These are the champions, and this is the Champions League. Welcome to everyone. We are now live, and we will be following Group A of the semifinal of the tour. Well, tonight we have two groups, Group A and Group B, as the semifinal that it is. Group A considered the group of death due to the quality of players that has, and so that will be the one we will be following. Uh, but if we receive any news from the other, we will also be sure to tell you. Right now, I'm still setting my booth as I have had some technical issues, so couldn't join right after the Champions League team. Okay, here we go. Emma, if you could show us, no, you will show us the route when we are on the lobby, and let me join your stream. Okay, here we go. I don't know if you have, even if you don't have the groups, I'll just take here a quick look at the tour. So the semifinals we have Group B, the one we will not be following, Frabo, UB, El Colombiano, Daniel Miko, uh, Tacho, Jakub, and Goga from Russia. Group A is also known as the Group of Death that we will be following. Yes, listen. I will already talk about it in a second. Group A, also known as the Group of Death, the one we will be following, has Joe Whiteley, Leo Falandri, Alder, Basso, Grassi, Ghosty, and Ibra. Good luck to all. Now, as we see the routes, let me just pop this out so I can. Okay, there we go. We are now watching the parkours. It is a five-stage. Can you go back to one? Yes, thank you. It is a five-stage race. We have a short prologue, hilly, or at least classified as such. Then the riders will climb to Otakan, to Otakan. Then a bordures flat stage should be interesting actually. A hilly stage, and then another very good climbing stage. And we actually think that the decisions might be crucial in those two summit finishes. So we are already in the lobby. Most people seem to be here. Uh, Welcome to all, by the way. My name is the biggest of all dogs. Today is the day of decisions in the IMA at so many levels, including this Champions League. I'm joined by Emea, our director, and maybe Swaxon will join us in a little bit. So, as we wait, and now I need two screens. Here we go. No. Yes, perfect. So I can also see the indications from Emea. Oh, Leo doesn't play actually. I'm getting a last minute information. It will be Tiho from Netherlands that joins Group A. But if we look at the composition, one good player leaves, another good player comes. Now, Tiho might not be the same level as Leo. Wait a minute. Might not be the same level as Leo, but he's also going to be doing a good race. We follow again for the Champions League end. Hello, my name is the Big Dog. These are the champions, and this is the Champions League. As I've said before, sorry, I have a double sound here. Oh, okay, it's good now. And as I said, Group A, Group of Death Tour semifinals, which actually Tour is my favorite discipline. It doesn't get any better than this, at least for now, because finals, when they arrive, are going to bring a lot of tension, and we'll be here for that. But right now, we focus on this 3.8 kilometers prologue. and we wait to see who takes the yellow jersey. We will, after this TT, we will be talking about the point scale, and afterwards we will also take a look at points if possible, and if not, we will at least keep you all updated. Okay. So this stage does not give stage points for the tour classification, by the way. However, it does for green jersey, KOM, and the obvious GC times will be counted. But stage winning points in itself, for any rider, it does not. I guess it makes sense, being a 3.8 kilometers prologue. Let's see who takes the lead here. Wrong. Just fixing my windows. Okay, there we go. So right now we have Basso, but not with his main rider yet, I believe. Oh, here we have Joe Whiteley with his leader. I didn't see if it was Basso's leader or not, but I believe it was not. Just fixing my window here. If you stay with me for a little bit, there we go. Thomas is 6th, 18. I don't know the other 82s who they are. Here we have a puncher by Ibra. Ibra is actually a potential winner for this TT, or at least an outsider, because he's been shown time after time that he can surprise sometimes at time trials. Now we have Alder, Joe Whiteley, Sam Uman, and there we go. Where were you? There we go. Fortunato by Francesco Rassi. Let's see his time. This is actually one time that we do want to see, given that it is one of the leaders. He's 1.5 to go. I'm sure he's about to increase his effort now to the max. Okay, here we go. 700 meters. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. And he's 18 seconds down. Might not be bad. Actually, same time as Joe, so I expect that I don't know who Germany won it, some ghosty maybe. Last 17 seconds. So everyone seems very close right now. As expected. Of course, Bernal was there, if you could check him. And Bardet as well. Okay, stay in Bardet, see if you can surprise. 18 seconds, same time as Joe Whiteley and Francesco. Now we have it, and Bernal, Alder also good at time trials, 18 seconds. So it's Paso that takes 1 second advantage pertaining to the other leaders. I don't know if Tijo's leader has already finished, but for now it seems that Tijo will be taking the yellow jersey. Fernando Gaviria, the 84 sprinter for Alder and Colombia team. And Nairo Quintana, actually, I don't know if I had seen him cross the line, but at some point it was Pulls that was leading. So we have Alder winning the first stage, having the yellow jersey because he doesn't gain points directly from it, but he does gain points for green jersey since there were no KOMs here. However, he also gets the yellow jersey, and let's see how he handles it because, as we've seen in the past, it's not always good to start with the yellow jersey. But right now, between leaders, it's Paso leading by 1 second, and this might come to be very important. We will keep following as we prepare to go to yet another stage. Just setting yet another stream to see the scenic directions of EMEA when needed. Okay, we're good. Wait, KOM points? Were there any KOM points in that TT? I think you mean Green Jersey points. Okay, so your background is actually black by design. That's actually cool. Far better than the. Shut up, fool. Shut up, Chris Martin, you wanker. Okay, so that's what matters. That's what matters, man. Yes, I know. Oh, man. Yeah, well, much better now, right? That's good, man. That's good. And Emea, until Straxon arrives, or if he doesn't arrive, because he said he might be late, but he also might not arrive, depending on his delay. If you have anything to add to the race discussion, please let me know via this channel. I will actually prepare this window right here to put exclusively with uh, this chat. Okay, done. I think it is indeed taking less time. I mean, it still takes a little bit more than no graphics, obviously, but I think it's very good, actually. We'll see. Oh, and the game actually has a different look as well. So, stage 2 goes on its way. We have one HC, one first cat, and I don't think, I'm not sure uh, if the finish line is the first cat or if it is anything. It is. Okay. So, it's an HC, the finish. 20 points for the KOM for whoever wins the stage. Right now we are looking at our peloton. Nothing is happening yet, but there's a small bump in the road, and Grassi is well positioned in case he decides to attack. Let's see if he does. It is looking like he might be thinking about it. Tico also has 3 men already in the front. Might be up to something, but we'll be waiting right for the right time. If they wish to attack, we'll be right at the end of this very small hill. And here we go, Francesco Rossi, doing exactly what is expected in these situations. Then has the entire downhill to not waste energy, maybe even recover a little bit, depending on the pace he chooses, obviously. Which might not be much because the peloton is pacing. Now I see Ivor joining him with Demar, which is the puncher, I believe. Rossi also putting 3 men. And now we start to have some people on the break. Although Ivor is the only one with 2 riders, or he has 3, no, he has 3, 2.
It's an attack!
Aller sends 2 more. Well, it definitely looks better, that's for sure. And I was looking at your chat post. Definitely looks better. And we would like to welcome everyone that is currently watching. Let's see if we can get some more people. Some known names here. I hope they all enjoy this race. Uh, Starting in semifinals, the Champions League usually have some good races, and we hope that this one doesn't disappoint. I hope you all have fun. We do this for you, and if you can have fun, even if for 1 hour or 2 hours, that's already a win, regardless of how many are watching. So thank you all for being here. And as we move, the breakaway is trying to establish itself with 38 seconds. And right now, I see Krasi and Eber relaying together in the front. No, Alder, sorry. And I see Joe. Yeah, I think indeed Ibra is the only one. 2 men, if I am seeing correctly. Let's see if he sends that third man now. I think he will. I think he should. It's 37 seconds, it's now or never. So let's see. Red car of doom nearing by. Might be the case that either only will decide to take only 2 men for the break. Don't see him closing it. Oh, sending the man. Sorry. I still don't see bridging. If it keeps going like this, he might actually just keep that advantage so small and waste some energy. Maybe he has something else in mind. I don't know. It's a bit confusing for me what's going on here. Really, he wants to close, and was almost doing so. However, the brake accelerates at the front, and there goes along. Let's see what he does. Right now, it's a bit hard to understand what his idea is here. I mean, he could just send a third man to the brake, and since everyone is there, wouldn't have an extra responsibility to work. And more than that, he would have a third man at the front, which, with this parkour, he might desperately need it. I would actually have attacked with 4, to be honest. But 3 is not a bad number. Eber continues controlling the pace. MAF, if we could see E1, see if there's some kind of cooperation in the front. Right now, I think Alder is relaying, and I think the Grassi's 4th guy, and Grassi sent 4, so that was a great move. I believe that those are the ones that still are cooperating and working, and Eber is now just controlling the pace, not letting it go too big. Trying to see who we have in this break. Puncher, 78, Puncher, Sprinter, Puncher, Cobbles, Sprinter, 75, Sprinter, Puncher, 78, 75, Sprinter. So yeah, there seems to be a common trend of Puncher, 78, 78 Mountain Man, and Sprinter, although a couple of them have hit their Puncher, so it will be interesting to see. I would say the Sprinter is not a bad choice at all to relay in this beginning where we had a lot of flat, and we'll have a little bit more until the intermediate. And after the intermediate sprint, we have the first true climb of the day. If we don't count those 2 little bumps on the road, and we don't. And in that HC, that I'm assuming must be hard, if Amanda could show us the profile quickly of the first HC of the day. Oh, there's definitely room for some attacks there, but what will happen for sure is if you did not place everyone you would like to in the break, at that point it will obviously be too late. So right now we have Alder. I didn't even see that. What happened? It probably attacked, and he had 15 seconds, but everyone is about to bridge. And back to 21 men in the front and 21 men in the back we go. Still too soon to make any kind of predictions for the stage. However, in 6 kilometers you will have the intermediate sprint, and this is something we do want to see, because these points will be the beginning of the fight, the true beginning of the fight for the green jersey. 4.6 to go, the trains are starting to form. We have Alder in the left side along with Joe Whiteley, Ghosty and Basso that is a little bit closed in the middle, Tijo and Rossi in the right, and Ibra now getting to the middle as well, next to Ghosty and Joe Whiteley. Oh, but now the acceleration is being done. I think Joe is gonna launch first, I think, but let's see, he does. And he's sprinting. He's gonna send Simon Carr now. He's gonna send Simon Carr now. Oh, but it's gonna be Gaviria. And then Basso Grassi, I think, makes third. You are the host, right? Or no? Email. Oh no. Okay. But tell me what you see there, by the way, just for us in the sprint. So Gaviria, Pasca, and Nizzolo. Seems pretty much what we saw actually. So perhaps it is right for once. Round and round we go. 20 versus 22 now as the peloton gains someone that probably ended his job at the front of the race and will now help in the back. Maybe trying to recover some energy to still be a little bit useful on the beginning of that climb. And now Aller is starting the pace for Martinez as the Col du Visque has begun. 16.5 kilometers, 1705 meters of altitude with an average of 7.2%. Aller being followed directly by Basu, who's at the front of the second group, and he's going for those KOM points. But there's still a long way, and there's still time. So Basu seems to be doing a good chase. The vantage isn't growing too much, and in fact, it is dropping a little bit now. It's stable at 20 something seconds from 27 to 21, and now to 29. So, Alder definitely trying to get some pace in there. Let's see what happens here. Because there's still 10 kilometers to go, but if the pace starts being strong, really strong, as it is the case now, a lot of the domestics will fall behind. And now Francisco Garcia launches his three-man train. Well, the other man stays in the back. Basso goes with two. The third one will wait for the peloton likely. And Gaviria is the guy that dropped, or another person that drops. And there goes Attila Walter. That's the 82 mountain from Basso attacking so early in the race, but he's already trying to go. Let's see if Ibra allows it, because he's trying to get on that action too. And I think they'll get a gap here unless Ibra takes too long to close it, because he might end up closing it for everyone else if he doesn't move. So Lopez at 75 mountain, and I don't know who the 78 mountain is. 75. Oh, Martinez is the 78 mountain. These guys already have 1 minute.
We're halfway to the finish line. The team leaders
On
should
your
be coming
window,
more and more to
yeah.
the fore.
And there goes as well Egan Bernal attacking, trying to join the Ibra and Basso show. Now everyone's going to try and take the opportunity of that move to join both of them. The race is starting to become very shattered. Groups everywhere, everyone trying to get their tactics going. Right now, Chiho is down to 2 men in the break. We have here Ibra with 3. And right now, 19 men are still together. So Basso and Ibra managed to escape, but Basso is the one that is getting closer and closer to the front. Martinez keeps going, 2.6 to go. The KOM surely must be his at this point. But Tijo is getting closer. Shackman also watching them. Martinez has to give everything he got, because Tijo's Van Waal is about to catch him. And that might be very bad for the Colombian rider, because Tijo now takes the lead and he's going to start pushing. Let's see if they're going to be able to sprint or if Tijo's going to drop him here. Tijo advances, and Alder is not going to fight for it because he wants his rider to survive. And as we see, Tijo will take the first points, 20, with Dylan Van Barl. Is his 78 mountain rider, and Alder takes 15, I think. We are joined by someone. Let me see who. Wrong window. Wrong window and wrong window. Okay, here we are. Who is here? Ah, I see Grandissimo Fravo. Fravo, you want to talk?
Maybe after the between the stages.
All right. Grandissimo Fravo joins us to do his stage review after each stage. Um, back to what we were watching, not doing, sorry. Back to what we were watching here. With all of this, I had to go see who was entering, so I'm a little lost, but we still have Martinez and Dylan Van Barl on E1. Basso arrives with his leader, and I don't know who Grossi has. Is it his leader too? Probably not. Bade is also here for the party, and it's now Joe Whiteley and Ghosty following along with the guys they had to see if they can rejoin. This big downhill will be a good opportunity to close some space for those behind the main groups. And the race has completely shattered. Yet again, we need to try and see who has dropped completely. Who are the guys behind Fortunato, for example? You can see.
This downhill is known to be very dangerous.
Yeah, I was going to ask if that was his leader, because if it is, I have no idea what he's doing there. Because, ladies and gentlemen, that is Grossi's leader behind, and he hasn't stopped anyone to help him yet. He's in a very precocious situation. If you could measure his time for the front group, Martinez and Tiho would be awesome. Completely at the front.
So
Yeah.
this is the last third of the race. Anyone who is gunning for victory has got to make a move
Okay.
fairly soon.
Actually, A1 is the peloton, so that's good. 1 minute. It's not unclosable. It's not unclosable. His leader is completely on loan, and I do not know what he's doing. He has no help. It's getting really, really bad here for Grossi. Finally gets Ulisi to help him, and he definitely needs help, or else he would be wasting energy with his 82 mountain rider. This is not impossible to close at all. He will re-enter in the on the uphill on the next climb, so to speak, the actual next climb, if he can get some pace going, but at what cost we will see. Joe Whiteley meanwhile and Basso with 4 men, Ghost as well. Alder has 3 here. Fortunato and Ulisi desperately trying to get back, but the gap isn't falling down. This might be all she wrote for Francesco Grossi if he cannot recover this. He cannot panic, because panic is the worst thing that you can do in a situation like this. He needs to control his pace, set his own pace, find a suitable effort that starts gaining him time. If he tries to close all at once, we all know that he won't make it to the sprint if it gets to this in the final climb. So right now we have Basso's leader and Joe almost getting there, Ghosty as well. Tiho is close to Joe, and Grossi continues to be the guy now with 2 helpers that has a lot to close. It's not going well for him. The gap has increased to almost 2 minutes. Let's go to the front group now. Complete front, is it this? Oh yeah, it is. 3 men, so it's Ghosty leader and 1 helper, Basso leader and 2 helpers, so these guys are actually in a good position right now if they decide to cooperate together. But I don't think Ghosty will until Basso lost that man. Now let's see if they want to. Joe Whiteley putting Yates, the 75 mountain guy, to work, trying to close that gap. Rossi seems to be coming back, gained around 20 seconds, but now it's stable. Again, he must not panic. Meanwhile, Ghosty and Basso going already up over the Col de Spandel, and it's really less than 1 kilometer to go. Let's see who gets the KOM points. Sorry. Oh, Ghosty loses the helper, and he's going to try and get those KOM points. Let's see if Basso responds. Basso desperately trying to hold on to his helper, and it was Ghosty, Basso. and goes. Meanwhile, we search for Francesco Cavalsi, 137 behind A2. Back to the original gap when we first start talking
So
about it.
now it's the descent.
Here he
Starting
has
to get to
a
be
good
exhausting thus
opportunity to
far.
reduce some time in the descent. He can definitely sacrifice some energy with his, although he might not even, depending on the sections of the profile. Okay, let me see. Well, he's not, but he will be. Joe used his 75 to work, so naturally he actually dropped, and Rossi is about to pass him. Joe would actually have interest in trying to see if this rider could return before the downhill is over, but Rossi has to be the one taking the work. Joe has no obligation to do that, but he will try to catch a ride. And now Rossi needs to go all out with his helper because this is his last chance to enter before the last climb. Again, with the gap we currently have for the front, which is 2:39, but around 2 minutes for the others. He can still try and recover this in the last climb, but ideally he would want this closed before the downhill, and since that might not be the case, at least almost close. It's not looking good for Rust right now. But since there is a summit finish there, let's see what we can do. And Ghosty is down to Buchmann because his leader did not manage to, his helper did not manage to get to him yet. However, I see a group there in A1, which I assume is Alder, and here is his helper. So I don't think he should work right now if he wants his helper, but if he trusts that he and Basso can actually work
We've
it
got
out,
15 kilometers to the finish line.
that could be a very valid option. Oh, and Basso already putting a major pace at
And now we're
Otaka,
into the final
and
climb. The riders know
now
there
goes
are
to
pretty
responding.
ladies at the top.
13.3 kilometers. Let's be honest here, Ghosty doesn't need his helper. Would have been good if he can get it. But if he managed his energy well, all he has to do now is take advantage of what he saved, wait for the right moment, try and win the stage. As the climb begins, Rossi is still in a bad position. He might have to try and risk pacing a bit now. Also drops Ghosty, making good use of his helper to put some pace at the front. And now Steimler desperately trying to get to Buchmann. And Alder is passing as well. Joe about to arrive to them. Tio is not far. Francesco Galassi is in serious trouble right now. Serious trouble.
The finish line is getting close. The riders just passed the 10
Also has a
kilometer road
35-second
sign.
advantage. It's too soon to tell if it will work or not because someone is already moving and it's Joe Whiteley with Thomas with Dawson. And he's on his tail, 28 seconds. Round and round we go, and there might be two players here soon if Joe manages to close this. Let's see if Basso allows it. Meanwhile, I think Alder is down. Yeah, Alder down to one man. Grassi desperately trying to get there. It is now or never for Grassi, but it might be too little too late. Let's see. Joe Whiteley with his 78 Mountain Rider arrives near Basso, and now Basso might be in serious trouble. Joe is someone that can handle himself very, very well in the climbs, and he still has his helper. Ghosty is here with his, and everyone is back except Fortunato. Fortunato is now has now very little time to close that gap. Now Joe Whiteley attacks. Joe Whiteley makes his move. He's going up the mountain. He already has 21 seconds. It's Ghosty that tries to not give him too much space, but I don't know if it's going to work because that time is at least stable. Let's see who decides to risk and go for it, pursuing Joe. Joe drops his helper, but he only has 5 to go. If no one moves quickly, this might be the winning move. There goes Ghosty. The only person I believe that still has the extra helper, and he's going to close it immediately, knowing that he cannot allow too much space to someone like Joe Whiteley. Ibra is here. Alder is here. Grassi is too far, 1 minute and 15. Joe Whiteley, I believe, was going
This climb
again.
features some dreadful percentages.
Attack by Geraint
Yep, he's going
Thomas.
again, and this time he's going for good. So if you wanna close it, you gotta follow now, and Gostin knows that. He follows. Tico is on his wheel, Basso behind Tico, and Aller, then Ibra, and Ibra is actually moving now to the front. It's going to be a mountain sprint, ladies and gentlemen. No one was allowed to leave, and Ghosty now trying to go a little bit to the front. Careful with this move. Joe is following, but if not, oh, but Basso immediately trying to close it. Let's see. Even that small space they have could have been crucial, but Tiho already in it as well. It is going to be a mountain sprint, but Ghosty seems to have an advantage, and he's actually going for it. Less than 1 kilometer to go. Buchmann is there. Let's see if he doesn't die. He's accelerating. He's sprinting. He's gonna win. Oh, but he dies. But I think he still has enough advantage with me. Yeah, he does.
Watch out, a team
GG
leader
to
is falling
Ghosty. That's a
behind.
good win.
A
Tiho
low,
second.
fast
Joe
fall.
third.
It
Alder
required a
fourth.
lot of energy, and he
Ibra
showed he
fifth,
was
Basso
above
only
the rest
sixth, and
today.
the clock
The
is ticking
race
for
is run,
Francesco
but the
Rossi.
poor souls
One
pulling up their weight
minute
continue to
and
cross the
30,
line.
give
It's
or
a
take.
bit of a knock for the morale.
Bravo. What did you think about this stage?
But I'm playing. If you want, I can share you the screen.
Playing what?
And the two, but if you want, I can share you the screen. If you want.
Oh, right, your group B. No, no, no. Oh, yes, yes. I might need that actually to see if something happens. I'll at least be able to report it. If you could do that, it would be awesome. Thank you. So I'm gonna put Fravo's stream here as well. Grassi says he doesn't know what happened. Well, I don't know how it started, but he did seriously took a while to send men to help. That's what I see, or what I saw. And here we have. I'm seeing stage 2 and group B is there's still 2 climbs to go. I don't know who's streaming at the moment, but if you could pull that stream in the air and broadcast it on yours, because I can comment in real time by watching the stream of Frabo. Frabo, by the way, is in E3 with Alza and Ulisi. And I think it's Jakub with him. I don't know who's
No.
ahead. Who is ahead? E21, do you know?
I think a couple of the 78 want.
Alright. Here we see the great win from Ghost. He died a little bit too soon, but he knew he had enough advantage to close that gap, and he got that win. So I am now told that the official words from Rossi, as I already said, were, "I don't know what happened." So there's that.
How much lost, Grassi?
1.5 minutes, give or take.
Not good.
Not
What
good
can I
at
say?
all. I mean, we don't know what happened. I don't know if we catch this from the start, but he says he doesn't know either. So and we see Tico was second, and Joe third, and Aller fourth, and Ibra fifth, and Basso sixth.
I think it's better from Grassi that he won't pass because
It's a bad start, and now
no, it's better that he doesn't pass because he's Italian and the last Italian who reached the 3 finals did shit in everyone.
yeah, but
Yeah.
all those coasters exist to be broken. Swaxon was in 3 finals and actually managed to win one. I think last year, last World Championship, 1 or 2. I think it was the last one. So
Watson is, I think, 2 years ago classics and the last year inline. I remember. No, I'm not sure. I think yes.
So I don't know what happened to EMEA, but we are. Oh wait, let me see the time gaps. EMEA. Wait. So Rossi wins 7 seconds for Tiho, 11 for Joe, 14 for Alder, 27 for River, 32 for Basso, 128 for Rossi. But there's still a lot to go. Okay, yeah, there's still a lot to go. And now we have a stage where Rossi might try and get some vengeance, some payback. However, it's not just about skill. Some luck in the very circumstances might be needed for him to drop a lot of people. Because the good players that are here will know how to defend themselves from these bordures. And it will also depend on the wind of the wind's strength and direction. We advance for the second stage. I'll just for a little bit while it loads do a final check on Group B. Frabo, when you're about to close the line, to cross the line, let me know so I can actually watch it here. Okay? Thank you. So, stage 2 is about to begin. We see our heroes here, the riders, and we go. I maintain 0. Just trust me on this. No, not effort cursor. Maintain 0. Ah, doesn't matter now. Okay. Emea has taken care of his riders, has made them go behind to not interfere with the race. Cepeda, Bauer, and Debesai, and we will shortly be looking at the peloton. And in the peloton, everyone's still forming their trains, placing their riders properly. I don't quite. Emea, you're back in the race.
Yeah,
Okay. As I was saying, I don't know. Don't really know what to expect of this stage right now. There's no fully sidewind yet, but since we are already at a border section, maybe someone decides to attack. Let's see. Although it's still early in the stage, though. Okay. Joe Whiteley in a bit of a dangerous position there, but he is watching it. He placed, and it seems like he was still finishing there, checking, and he should be good. But nothing relevant happening yet. Perhaps might and it could actually be different when the first intermediate sprint arrives, as those sprinting might actually get something out of it and not just points. Nice. Hey man, if he does better choices, that's not something bad. So we are being informed here. Uh, we are being informed here that Joe Whiteley is actually the only rider with a both 79 and 76 flat, and the others only have one, and it is a 76 rider. So this might indicate that he definitely might have some plans to attack or to pace really hard. Joe is definitely up to something, and I believe that an attack might be it. We'll see. Uh, this information coming from our booth is actually very helpful, as I hadn't noticed that yet. But it is indeed a possible sign of an attack. One thing is for sure, he has one plan, and we'll see. I still think it might be in the second section because that sprint, those that are fighting for the sprint might actually just simply see others that decide not to fight for it, pass along, and leave them behind quickly. So there's always that risk when you fight for intermediate sprints, unless they try to attack before to be in the front. Joe Whiteley continuing very calm at the back of the peloton. One of the places where the UK players usually feel good, like our second home. But Joe Whiteley is one of the masters at that, along with Saxon, for example. Already had several kilometers, 25 or so, and nothing relevant has happened. Everyone seems to be waiting for that second section, and I hope they do try something at that second section because otherwise this will be just people strolling around in border sections. So, quick check. We have now 7 viewers watching. I would like to thank Groot, Piero, and Ben Young. I don't know if I know any of the others, but thank you all for being here. Uh, okay, here we go. So, the strolling continues. We leave the first border section and we are now in that little bit of territory realm where everything will be calm. Soon we'll be back at the second section where there is an intermediate sprint before the middle of it, and then there's the second intermediate sprint at the final border section, right at the start of it, so to speak, with one at 1/3 of that section.
Interesting in my group.
What?
The situation in my group is very interesting.
Okay, let me just quickly check. Let me see. And yeah, keep showing group A. I'll just take a quick look at B. And what do we have here?
Look,
El Grandissimo Fravo is at the attack. Jakob is following his wheel. Gotcha tries to stay out there with Jakob, trying to reach him, trying to close that, trying to bridge. El Grandissimo Fravo only has 29 seconds, but there's 5.6 kilometers to go. If he can get that pace going, if he can keep that small gap, 30 seconds, it might be enough. And in the meantime, Jakub seems to have gotten rid of Gacho because he's in, I believe it's him in E2. And there goes Jakub actually, still the two riders. Fortunato lost his helper. Frabo is going. He might win this stage.
no,
Let's see.
him.
Let, let's see if he didn't overforce his play. Goga is with Del as well. Jakub is there. That is not a big gap. Not much time to go. He needs to handle his energy as best as he can. 26 seconds, 22 seconds.
Attack by
Maybe it's
Quintana.
done.
1.9 to go. He's almost at the no return zone as well. Oh, but it's going to be really hard. Really hard. Frabo giving it all he got, but Jakob is going to start accelerating. He's right behind him. The gap is falling. That gap is falling. I think Jakob is going to
Him.
take it. Frabo desperately trying to hold on, but it's too little too late. And there goes Jakob passing around and strolling for the win in 200 meters.
Wait, yes!
Oh, but Ilganissimo Frabo, without energy,
Yes!
he's dead, and he wins the
Yes!
stage. Jakov is second, I don't know who's third. El Colombiano, Gogo fourth. Gacho, I believe, is fifth, and we go back to Group A. Congratulations, Frabo, we'll talk to you later if you could mute so we don't hear the PCM sound. Thank you. So, who attacked here, Emea? Because I see everyone is kind of still together. I assume Basso. Oh, Grassi. Grassi tried attacking, but now Basso at the front. We are on that second section, and as I told you, there was a great chance something happened there. And now, with the intermediate sprint, let's see if someone tries to avoid the sprint and focus on trying to attack, and all the sprinters are tired, and all the riders that back them. Chat, talk to us. Who do you think is going to win this group? Who do you think will be the three qualified? And does Grassi still have any shot at passing after being last in the first stage with 128 gap? One thing we know, the winner of GC, I think passes almost guaranteed because of the point system. .7 kilometers to the sprint. It's Francesco Grassi putting the pace, trying to go, but Joe Whiteley is on him, closes that immediately. The peloton is stretching so much right now. Alder is trying to get close to them, not just behind. And There's a small interval there, but not a gap yet per se. And now Basso and Ibra are trying to close it. Joe Whiteley is about to launch the sprint. 2.3 to go. Oh, but there goes Rossi. Joe
Here's a
launches
breakaway.
afterwards. Then Basso. There goes Nizzolo. And Joe Whiteley is going to launch with, don't know his name, but it's going to be for Nizzolo, then Joe, then Ibra, I believe. Quick check if you can, Emil. I know you're not the host, but still. It's always a good indication. Nizzolo, Car, Tomach. Yes, that's also what we saw. Might be correct. And no one tried to take advantage of that, actually. Only 3, 4 riders from the 6 in the lobby, I think it's 6, right? Were trying to take the sprint, and no one else seemed to have took that opportunity immediately post sprint to try and attack. So, chat, do your predictions if and when you can, or if you want to. But right now, it's looking like Grassi attacks. Grassi
Several
is at
riders
the
are trying to
attack.
break away.
22 sort of sidewind. Might be enough, let's see. Welcome, Swaxon.
Good evening. What is stage 3?
Have you been watching Stage 2? Did you watch?
No,
I mean, okay,
I've,
so I'm
I've
gonna tell you
not.
what's happened really
Guardrail is
quickly.
off.
The prologue was uneventful, so to speak.
Oh,
Only one second gap
what a
between the.
surprise that
Yes, what
is!
a shock! Only 1 second difference between the GC leaders. I think Calder won it. Yes, and then in the first summit finish, I don't even remember who won anymore. Emil?
That's really a punchy
Ghosty won
attack.
after a fantastic acceleration. Then there was I don't know who, and I don't know who afterwards. What I do know is that Basso was fifth, lost a few seconds, nothing to worry about. But Grassi, that had gotten behind with his leader, lost 128. So, what do you think is going to happen? The chances of Grassi right now are very slim.
Yeah, they're very slim. And considering that's the suicidal attack seems to be not so optimal.
Yeah, he was quickly closed, wasn't willing to compromise completely, and slowed down until he was reincorporated back in the group. Trying to remember the positions of the stage. Maybe there's a screenshot in Discord. I'm gonna quickly check.
Oh, let me
Does
just
that
Attacking
see.
by
actually
Miguel
matter?
Angel Lopez.
Here we can see it. Ghosty, Eco, Joe, Alder, Ibra, Basso, and then yeah, Grassi. I can.
Okay, yeah. So as you can see, it was Ghosty. Tiho 7 seconds
There's a rider
down,
trying to break away
11
from the
Joe
bunch.
Whiteley, um, Alder 14, Ibra 22 or 27, not sure. 32 for Basso. So from Ibra downwards, there are already some significant gaps, but Rossi seems to be in serious trouble.
Yeah, he's the one that looks like he's going to be
He's
cut
strolling on the
adrift.
back like a greyhound.
All right.
It seems like this is just. I mean, this is just mental. Everyone's going. Leading's now got Alder,
Already at the halfway
Basso,
stage.
Okay.
and no
New
one.
attack in Group A. I wasn't even seeing. I was still looking at the. Who do we have here? Alder, Ibra. No,
Alder and
Alder,
Basso.
and Basso. Actually, that's just two. 12 management from two riders, and they're actually trying to make it stick. 44 seconds. That section, however, is like 10 kilometers or so from ending. Let's see if they can do it. Let's see if they can coexist in that break. They get the perfect sine wave now, and let's see for how long they can make this happen. Oh, but also cannot let himself uh, be in any type of gap or he might lose it.
Nico's
Now
going.
it's
Nico's
Tiho,
going.
Nico,
Nico, he's not
Ibra.
here
Ah,
yet.
okay. And we have Tico now trying to go Ibra as well. Ghosty and Joe uh, are trying to stay with them. Grassy as well.
Yeah,
Dangerous position for Joe Whiteley that always likes to be in the back of the peloton, but it's
we're
not.
not just at the back. He's on the left-hand side.
Yes. it doesn't always end well. And Maya says tonight is a draw rattling whitely exhibition at this moment. At the moment.
I mean, he's just waiting for the optimal time.
It can be
So,
very dangerous to be in the back in a stage like this. Although Joe is
in the
very
wind zone.
experienced,
Yeah, but I think he
Stark
knows
as well.
lots of people
So
get.
lots of people being having their work day over
He
and just
said,
trying to get a
Watson,
match
if you
going.
want, you can watch also my game.
All right, we'll go there
Said su also
when
tu
needed.
Watson. For now, nothing, but if you want.
Okay. So at this
"No,
time we
your
have
stage doesn't look interesting."
at this time we still have the same, but in the E1 they're about to be closed, and we have
It's like,
39 men all together again. Jackson, uh, I noticed here and talked about it obviously that after the first sprint, those that chose not to fight first sprint could have tried to attack. What do you think?
I mean, there is an option to go there, but I think you know someone's going to have it in their mind to do
Yeah,
that, and I think
the
someone
wind
else will. And
wasn't the most appropriate at the time though, so it might turn out to be the best decision for them.
it'll depend on like what wind direction. If it's going to be a headwind, it's almost pointless. You're not going to go anywhere. Basso
Well,
take
fine.
all.
Take water. This gets crappy. And there he goes.
Care
And
Rover
see-
There
goes
goes
to the
the
attack.
oh, and everyone immediately following. They will not. They'll try to not let another group go again because there's 63.4 to go. There are no wind sections in here right now.
This is the calm before the storm. Well, I say that's 20 wind. It's not exactly calm.
Yeah, it's not exactly calm. It's also not side wind, fully side wind. So
So, well, Basso's been told to take water. Has he done a Benji or something and
I have
forgotten
no
water?
idea. Not that I noticed, but who knows? I mean, it is.
There we go. That's
Well,
two-thirds of
Uh,
the race behind
it is
us.
possible.
Have I missed something? Oh, he's had a red bottle in the last stage. Oh, you complete pillock, Basso. You complete and utter pillock. How does one forget about a bottle? Yeah, this will be a sprint, I think.
It's definitely starting to go that way. But there's still a few kilometers to go. Maybe on the third section, someone
Oh, hello.
manages to
A
elude them,
rider
and there
thinking
goes
his turn
Basso.
alone?
As soon as I speak, something happens indeed, and Basso trying yet another attack. It's see if we can get
Ghosty. I've just had another thought here.
which is
Bars for the last stage. It's not exactly the most easiest of stages, the last one isn't.
true.
Are they really going all out to maybe catch one person out? Are they doing too much?
Well, let's keep in mind that it's also a five-stage tour only. It's not like recovery and endurance will have that big of a.
Because we've seen it already well, how the stamina just seems to get absolutely wiped out. Here goes Joe.
Acceleration by Adam
And
Yates.
there goes Joe again.
Ghosty's on relay, but well,
Well, let's see what we were talking about. They immediately tried to close it because if they close it quickly, then it's worth it.
yeah, it's obviously it's worth it to close the gap. You do not want to lose out.
But if the gap becomes bigger, that might be a choice they will have to make, and not a lot of time to think. I believe the final is also yes in a
The
windy
wind
section.
zone.
So
In fact, is that the finish? Not just there. I see a line. I see a line. Are we about to see potentially the finish? That looks like the finish, but I think we're coming from the other direction.
yeah,
Okay, we might actually see the finish. I just realised this is a lap. This might be lapped routes.
Okay, can you actually press the finish symbol so we can take a quick look?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they're
not.
coming
That's
completely from the other side.
nice and straight. Well,
So
in fact,
there's a little downhill there. Little.
Leo, that's well. If there's also a headwind as well, that's gonna make being at the front very bad.
Very interesting, at
But we'll,
least, to say the
but we'll
least.
find out. We'll find out because in fact Joe's pushing on the well the crosswind.
Now we have crosswind.
And
23
he's
is the
going.
strength, and he's going with Dowsett.
He's off on his own.
Let's see if Thomas doesn't catch.
No,
Oh, no, he goes with
no.
the other four.
I see what he's doing. He's going to save Thomas, and well,
But
Bastos is
Basso
going to
goes
go.
with everyone,
He
so
goes with everyone. Well, Joe's going to be clever enough. He's not going to continue for much longer. You'll see that and realise.
Joe, I guess Joe surely should expect something like that.
Yeah, now Bastos
Now
going to have
Basso
to
is the one that has to take the lead. They're going for the intermediate sprint, and I have no idea why he took everyone.
that's
I mean, I would take everyone because everyone knows that multitasking for me in PCM always ends terribly, but it's not the case with Basso, so. The sprint is about to come 2 kilometers. Let's see who launches first. It's going to be Joe Whiteley. He's in the acceleration. He's launching. It's Pitcock.
Acceleration by
Pitcock
gonna
is
be
going to
Joe.
open for. It's Joe Whiteley.
It's Joe. Yeah,
It's Carr, Pitcock, and then Basso.
the wind direction. It's mostly crosswind. It is.
Not sure if Basso didn't want to just waste energy there and was satisfied with the turn.
Yeah, but that's what I'm thinking. I think he may as well just gone for it there. Like,
Yeah.
you've got 26, it's 27k to go that intermediate sprint was.
Yep. And everyone is back together. Not sure if Basso was moving again. Now it's Siebert taking the front.
And they're getting attacked by a mayor.
Wonderful attack by Emea. Maybe he can still find the front of the race after they are already
Alder.
taking breakfast
Attacked by
in the other day, in the day after. Alder
Hey,
now
guys.
trying to move as well. Nothing gets out of it as
Eber's
Eber
gone.
closes him.
No, Eber's in the group. That's a,
Oh, he
that's a
joined.
gap.
I didn't notice. Yeah, that's a gap there. I don't know who the red, green jersey is, but
That might be Eber. That's
it's from
Alder.
Alder. It's Quintana. Makes sense. Do you think this can stick?
Hey, what? The reaction's not quick.
It might. Alder can't wait for those guys. His leader is there. He needs to keep going.
Ghost in the chat. Good luck. I won't
Oh.
post it. That's doom.
What is happening?
This mess is happening right now. Ghosty says he won't close. 38 seconds, 15 kilometers to go, and now it's Tiho. Tiho desperately trying to close that gap.
15
If
kilometers
Grassi
to the
was
finish
there,
line.
he could be actually getting some precious seconds if this goes true. But
Yeah.
Tiho now desperately trying to pace. Swagson, what do you think?
I mean, you can't lose. You can't win GC, but
Yeah, but
well,
it's
you
some
might
good
be able
seconds.
to, but you can lose it.
Indeed. And
He-
actually, Ibra was 20 something seconds down, so this could be a very good oxygen, a fresh breath
That's
of.
Joe pacing.
Oh, Joe actually, without
Pacing.
it.
That was pacing though, and
This could be a fresh of breath air for Ibra's GC, and Fortunato is again in trouble. It's the downfall of Francisco Grassi yet again. Ibra and Aldo are still at the front. Now it's Ghosty, Joe, Tiho, and Basso desperately trying to close. I have no idea again what happened to Grassi, but he is in deep trouble.
yeah, we didn't see that unfortunately.
This is going to make it to the end unless something dramatically changes. Now it's Alder facing with Gaviria.
Alder's going for it. He might actually be going.
Yeah, Bardet is
and
37 down in the GC because he lost 27 plus the bonus seconds, so he definitely needs some seconds here. I don't know about Bernal, didn't see.
But now it's going hard.
24 seconds. He might be about to crown a new GC leader. And Bernal is going. He's gonna
And now
launch. He's
he's
gonna
going to
launch the
launch.
sprint, and
He's going to
it's
be back a
Gaviria.
bit older. And let's
And
see,
there
does
goes
he
the
come
map, and
back?
it's too little, too late. Alder wins the
A
stage,
great
and
victory!
Bernal will
He
close
really
now.
handled the breakaway
Barty as
well.
well, and let's see. Maybe not as much as we thought because the leaders are there, except
Ah, hang on a second. Did Thomas sneak himself into E2? And if that is, they do have decent gaps, has Thomas maybe snuck himself in at the very last second with Bernal and Bardet? Hang on a second. Hang on. I don't know what the gaps are like for this stage, but
I think that the Jove movement might actually give us something different than we expected.
we'll
However,
see.
what I saw there at the finish line was like 7 seconds or something, but we never know with PCM, so let's see.
There's a gap with the between the
Yeah, there's a
sprint and
gap
the
with the
fast line.
sprinter, yes, but the sprinter is not the GC leader.
Sprinters are not GC leaders. Well, do they give gaps? No, they don't.
Oh,
No gaps
wait,
given.
Grassi?
Yes.
Yeah. Fortunato, wait, Fortunato, that's GC, and what about stage?
I
2
think he had to
minutes.
drive.
Oh, there are. Let's see. Ghosty is still leading though.
Ghosty still leading, yeah.
Wow. Grassi is in serious trouble. He now needs to go all out in the remaining 2 stages. It's not looking good for him.
Oh, well, it's not going to get any better for Fortunato.
Okay, Swaxon, sorry, take the lead for a bit. I'll be right back. Need a refill and a
You want
smoke.
to watch my situation that is very difficult.
What do you mean?
If Swaxon wants to watch it, he's streaming in Discord.
What do you
I'll
mean
be
it's
right
looking
back.
very difficult? Wait, there's no GC leaders at the front, right? Um, um that's a great time.
No, fortunately, it was dead.
Is there any leaders up front then, Trevor, in your group? Or
Yeah, all the leaders in front.
oh god, yeah, you're in. You are. You've got you, Gacho behind, and another Frenchie. Oh, and Miko being an absolute. Oh, what a. Okay. Yeah, what a surprise there. I'm just seeing Miko in the chat. Yeah. I don't want to say you're finished, but unless you put.
No, we have a covering. We have 2 minutes before.
Okay, so you're closing in, but it's not. You're gonna need to keep going then. I will do that whilst I can watch it whilst the mayor's loads up. I will side him over. I'm not surprised he's up the road. Oh god, Gacho's having a Gacho moment. Yikes. That's what's going on in Group B. Oh
We don't
god.
have choice.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. The profile of the route is a fairly mixed bag, so everybody should find a section to their pleasing. We should have sun along the whole length of the...
Meanwhile, we have started in Group A. Yeah, and well, there was an early break, but the letters have vanished.
Team attack. Team attack. Miko, please do something.
Miko moment.
Team attack can save us. But you have yes to team attack.
Oh boy, they're attacking a long way from home.
That requires him pressing the Q button. That's physically impossible. Anyway, we've got attacks that is better before. Obviously, goes to E2 up there, then a E2 that contains
He's going to
3 of
take the run
Alder,
by
3 of
himself.
Ibra, 3 of Tico, and our DCH, 3 of Joe. And why do I get the sense someone has just gone with a leader? I think there's a leader up the road in E1. Hang on. You might see it in a second. Yeah, that gap is closing. And Battle, I don't think realises that someone may have got a leader in there. Can we see who this leader is or something? He's shut down. He's been shut down.
The riders are going through
Yeah,
a
someone
series
must
of
have had their
force
leader
with
up the road
percentages
in
above
group A,
10%.
and Battle goes again.
He broke from the pack like a
Battle goes
greyhound.
again. Then shut down by Alder. There's gap. Oh god, there's okay. Someone's had a mare. Someone's been opening a gap. Cobbers is in the right place. Bookman's in the right place. There are people behind. There are some people that are horribly behind, actually. It's the Ibra. Ibra's had a shocker. The batters keep
Falling
pushing.
behind. A team leader is falling behind.
Interesting, Joe's going up there. He's the batter's not protecting Volta. Interesting. This is a really hard pace early on. And Alder's been dropped, along with 2 of Joe's riders, but they are not Joe's leader. So, Alder's going to do all the work to get back on. I think Ibra's going to make it. What has Alder done? Alder's going to have 2 people. He's making an absolute pig's ear of it.
He's off
People
on
are
his own.
losing
The team
ride.
sponsor won't be disappointed.
Riders they are. Rider centre. Well, Alder and
Attack
Ibra
by
are in
Geraint
deep
Thomas.
trouble. We didn't see who run that. We've got Battle and Joe going over the top. Tico has his leader. Joe brought Thomas back. No surprise. Ghosty has riders. Tico, Asso. There's 4 of them at the front. This is trouble coming up. At this all stage we've seen in inline before. Now seeing in tour, and it's been an absolute massacre. And Ibra's in
Oh, can I go into comments?
What round?
here go. Yeah, Basso at the front. There, I Reeve potentially. No, Joe is going to control it. But Ibra's got to get on quickly. Otherwise, he's going to be in real trouble. And even now, I don't think it's looking good. I think this tone has been set for this stage. This is going to be a massacre. It all comes back together apart from the two that's been dropped. Oh, yeah, Joe. An airphone crowding to the right hand side of the road. Nico putting it himself at the front of the pack. I mean, let's see Tico maintains his +5 from the inline.
Oh my god, what a stage.
It has quietened down. That might be good for Ibra. We see Joe, that's Joe on the attack. Joe has decided to make the first latest move. Interesting, but the cobble and the puncher. Of course, the puncher I think he's using to go for the intermediate
It's in
sprint.
such percentages that the strongest can create some gaps.
Which is a very good choice, actually. Might be an absolute.
The rider is looking to give the pack the slip.
Nobody's speaking, don't worry.
Apologies if you've not heard me for the last few minutes. It turns out my Discord mic decided to have a melt. Not work. But yeah, it's Joey, he faced attack. Again, he's got away from Tico, and this is going to be an easy 1-2-3, quite frankly. I don't think he can believe the luck he's going to get with this intermediate sprint. He must be absolutely loving life. And now he can just... Oh, hang on, here comes Tico. Joe does have to sprint. Not a problem. He still gets a 1-2-3. Tico 4-5. Please don't tell me there's people going... It looks like Tico maybe getting over in 6th. I mean, I don't even know there's 6 places for ISs. Sure. That would... Think of this. Yeah, Joe has... Oh god, Joe has 2 minutes. 2 minutes on the peloton.
That's really a punchy attack.
Yeah, this is not looking great. Bassa's going. That Bassa going his... Is Bassa going his full team again? Go to E2.
Bassi, ma ti sei ritirato?
Is Bassa...
Bassi abbandona.
Go to
Mi sono
E2.
ritirato. Mi sono
C'è una maledizione.
strange
Gli
things,
italiani non
strange
devono
things.
raggiungere tutte le finali, se no non ne vincono neanche una. Quindi
Strange things happened to me tonight. So I had like bugs in the bad parts of the stages. So
Oh, big rip. Big rip. Oh, for God. Basso's gone his full team. Has Raul just turned up today or something?
Okay, as I rejoin, I think everyone can hear me now. I was having some technical
consider
issues.
that my team, my leader stopped in the final kilometer of Obisque while
Yeah,
I was going 85.
I was going to
and
ask you what had happened to you.
Yeah, this happened. Basically, I was with Tico and Ibra behind with only my leader, and my leader went from 85 to like I don't know 50, and it dropped. So dropped and I couldn't come back because I was watching ahead in that moment, so I couldn't react fast. Then in the third stage, while I was prepping my train for the sprint, my train stopped in the middle of the road, and
Well,
I
that is
couldn't
some bad luck.
Oh,
But you still have
anything. So
some time.
yeah, today wasn't my day at all.
You still have some. Or did you quit the race?
Huh?
Did you quit the race, or are you still riding?
Yeah, no, I quit the race. I retired my riders because
I
wasn't.
hope you asked permission to the orga.
I told them I'm
Okay.
retiring my riders, so
All right, that's
I
fine.
don't know. I don't care. I think it's better to have 50 penalty points that
So, with
to
this in mind, Grassi is back at the booth, and now we have Grassi and Swaxon. Guys,
yeah.
what do you think is going to happen in this tour?
Oh,
well, what's happening is that Basso's turned into Raul.
I think that Basso is going to lose some minutes here because he's attacking too much.
He's turned into Raul. He's like
Raul is Basso after all, ladies and gentlemen.
Raul has
I
actually
don't know.
returned.
You
Raul
know,
hijacked Basso's account.
stamina is low, so I don't know what he's doing.
Stamina, like literally
However,
is
however,
fucked.
in his defense, and having the six men there, if he manages to get into that downhill with them, there's like 1 second and two-third cats. Maybe he can have a
Yeah,
chance.
It's a
yeah,
tough
because
ending.
he's gaining time, so he's gaining 1 minute now.
And now it's Alder also
Alder
doing
does.
Raul and chasing Basso.
I have to
To
say
be
that
honest,
I'll actually tell you this though. Basso has tested this kind of scenario. Now, as anyone that plays PCM and knows a little bit of it, like all of us, we know that if he does this from the beginning of the stage, he's screwed. However, at a point like this, less than 100 to go, he might have a shot if he plays his cards well and if obviously the others don't fall asleep.
to be honest, there is much downhill from now on. So
Indeed.
I mean, if they don't react soon, it will become harder and harder to catch him. I
Could
think.
this
yeah.
be
Also,
could this be a fantastic attack? Could this
yeah,
become
it
one?
may be. It may be. I think. Also because I mean, Ghosty didn't need to react to his attack because actually, maybe for him it's better to put himself in a position behind, ahead of the next stage.
Attack by Warren Barlow.
But for the others, now situation is not optimal because Baso is ahead, but also Alder is ahead. So they should at least try to get Alder because if they join forces, it may become dangerous. It's true that maybe Baso can go to the finish better alone than with Alder, but let's see what happens now.
MAS says another Joe Rattling Whiteley showcase at the moment.
Nah,
Well,
Oh,
he's going
speak
with
of the
two.
devil! Speak of the devil!
Here he is. He's putting Gates on the front,
Trying to put a rider in the
and that
front.
one's following. Look, that gap is gonna open. It needs
It's
to be
almost
following.
2 minutes now. MA, if you could have time gap from your one to the peloton, at this point you could still see, but if the
2 minutes
distances grow,
here.
we might need
I think it's almost done. I don't know, but I think
one
it can be
minute and a
done.
half right now.
There's a long
Yeah,
way to go.
yeah,
Now
but there
there's a
is.
lot of downhill here. When between climbs and maybe.
Minute and a half, and
No, but
Joe's
now Joe is spacing.
The problem is
is
Joe now is in the position he needs to relay. Um, yeah, and Ghost he doesn't. But now the road. I was saying before that road now is mostly downhill. So I don't know. I think now advantage will stay more or less the same. I think so. No great space to recover now,
So
unless they
Basso
pace a lot
definitely
in the
needs
line.
this, as he is 40 seconds down. He definitely needs to make something happen here.
well, he has
Yeah,
well, he's 40 seconds down, but he has to remember that the last 3 climbs.
And all the three of them are relaying in pursuit. Less than a minute and a half now, so maybe it's not too late.
There's still time. There is still time. They just have
At
to get a move on.
5.1 kilometers, 1023 altitude at 4.9% average. Soft climb,
Oh,
but
it
might
is
be a
dropped
help
to
for
1
them.
minute.
Yeah. 1 minute only.
Alder's the one that's in a
Pace
bit of
now.
bother.
Alder
Yeah, Alder is
might
pacing out, but he's losing
Alder,
riders faster than
yeah, he
Baza.
might end up paying for this effort if he doesn't get there quickly.
He's in no man's land. He's in a lot of trouble. You can
Slash
say the same about
potato, or
Basso.
whatever the expression is. Yes, he's in no
You can
man's
say the
land right
same
now.
with Basso, but he's the one leading and has just over a minute's margin. Alder,
4 riders for Basso as well. He's going to take the KOM with Alter, obviously.
yeah, but
Trying to get the KOM jersey.
he's going to immediately relinquish that.
Alder so
Going
close
to
yet so
catch
far,
Here
soon.
goes
and
Joe.
the peloton is about to catch Alder.
Look out! He's
Let's
breaking
see.
away.
Joe was going.
Yeah, Joe was
He
going,
might-
trying to catch
and he's-
him.
This
And
is
he's
the
called
last lap of
Alder,
the
and
race.
now
The teams
Alder's.
have their minds fixed on today's goal.
34 seconds. It's starting to look grim for Basso.
Yeah, if they keep pacing, I think on the next wall they can join him.
I think when Basso made his move, he expected them to
A rider
debate
just launched an attack.
for longer than what they did. But Joe was quick in saying that he would relay to us, so everyone decided to relay.
Yeah. Well, it was unexpected, but yeah, I think the fact is there was also Alder ahead.
I mean, let's face it. This, however, is how things should be. I mean, instead of everyone looking and waiting for someone to pace, everyone has something to win. Everyone should work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially
I
those
agree.
who the thing is, Ghost and Tico, if they let that gap open, only one of them would benefit.
Yeah.
But this is closable. Like this isn't. I've seen gaps like this closed.
Yeah, this is
Bigger gaps
closable.
closed in this
Especially
from
because
this
you still have
position.
2 climbs before the last one, before the finish.
Yeah, and remember, the remaining this big downhill period. You're not going to get much more recovery now than this. The period of recovery is basically done. You've got
Yes.
You've got this wall, then you've got 3 clubs that come very close together.
Yeah, but none of them allowing much recovery, Andy.
This climb features
Yeah.
some dreadful percentages.
Lama de Pellini at 629 meters of altitude, flats 2.3 kilometers, 11.3 average. Actually, a hard climb, but a quick one as well. Also here, desperately trying to increase his advantage, pacing as if there was no tomorrow. 40 seconds.
He dropped. Someone's gone.
Emil.
Yeah.
No, it's just right. I want to see here. Yes, it's Ibra actually.
No, Eva's
Speeding
coming up.
Yeah. Ibra is trying to destroy the entire peloton.
Attack.
And it's Homamahli attacking for Ibra.
And I think Ghosty's in
leader.
there. Look, Ghosty's got a load.
Oh my! Trouble for Joe and
No,
Kehoe.
Joe's fine. No, I think Ghosty made a mistake here.
Well, it's not like he's gonna go up the toughest climb there is.
Oh, that was horrendous. Joe's gonna close.
Joe's gonna close desperately. He needs to right now, and 39 seconds still for Bassel's 3 riders. This is gonna be intense. Basso actually managed to get like 10-15 seconds gap back. Can he do it as well in that last third cat? You think?
I think he could win the third cat.
I think when they stopped working and tried to attack, they might have given them yet another chance at this.
To be honest, Ibra is well placed in general classification, right?
No.
No. Okay.
It's more Ghosty and Tico. Basso's pushing.
Yeah, they all landed on the same time in the flag stage, so he's like 37 seconds down from Ghosty.
Basso's pushing.
He needs to make something happen as well. But Joe is the one that also needs it badly, but there is still one final mountain stage to go, so nothing will be lost here. Well, someone might, but no one will be winning here unless something bizarre happens. 35
Obviously.
seconds now, it's Tiho putting the pace. Before that was Ghosty.
Now they got a false flag. Now I
I
think
think Joe
what
might
you've
go.
got
I
to do,
think Joe might go. Not sure though.
you might, if you're in a good position here, is it this climb? Might
And
actually
there he
be the
goes.
next.
And there he goes. He's starting to ramp up the pace. They're done cooperating. Joe is increasing the pace. Let's see if they can catch him. Pasto loses one rider. Now he's down to
Another
Walter and
one.
Tupalik. Czerny is done.
He's going to
Tires
keep
are in full swing
Tupelec.
above 10%.
Basso is a bit in the
Definitely trying
back
to keep
now.
Tupalik, but it's gonna be close. Ooh, that block there.
Oh, did Ibra get affected?
Be honest, I think it's quite voluntary.
Yes, I think too, because that allowed them to not get close at that point. I mean, it was quick, but and Joe didn't get affected, but still, Eber got completely blocked there, and he could have helped Joe close that because he was next to him, completely next to him, if I recall correctly.
Wait, is Joe good? No, Ibra's still
Joe
there.
pushing as hard as he can. He wants desperately knows that he needs to catch Basso before the end of the climb. It is not going to happen, but it is very close. He's going to close it right now. Joe
Joe
joins.
close.
And no, he's not just close. He's
No,
gone.
I said Joe joins afterwards after I saw.
Yeah. Ah, yeah.
Joe
But
Now
joins.
after
Joe
doing that,
has to now Joe has to push again because behind they I don't know who is going to pace.
This is a better position to attack by Joe. The thing is, the pace, the advantage is short, and they need to work here together and well. And
they've got enough riders. They do need to get on it.
Goes to pacing. This might be the help that Basso needed, but let's see how Ghost resolves this
Watch
because
out,
he
the
was the one
team leader
pacing
is
right
falling
now.
behind.
There's another climb coming. Another climb, non-categorized.
It's funny to see that as soon as Joe left the group, I think only the leader has been pacing from what we've seen at least. So back to the old man mentality we go.
15 kilometers
But
remaining.
it's trouble for for Bass for
But
Ghosty
the
though.
gap
It's two
is falling.
people.
The gap is falling, and Joe goes alone. Basso cannot follow.
That's why, because Alder's going.
Alder is going to.
Wait, it's
Ghosty
Alder's.
doesn't move. Well, he was trying to, but I don't think they're going to allow it. He was pacing hard.
Ghost and Tico still have three.
Kehoe as well.
I think they've got too many.
Oh, Alder cannot afford to lose. That group leader is right there. Joe has 22 seconds. If he plays his cards well, he might get the stage win. He needs to keep this gap into the downhill, and then he needs to
It's
have
gonna be a,
good energy.
it's gonna be
And
a
he has it.
problem
He
because
has it.
Tico.
Now,
The finish line is getting close. The rider's just past the 10
Tar is going to
kilometers race
pace a
time.
lot harder than Thomas on the downhill. He needs to keep that in
Yeah.
mind and not waste time. Perhaps it should, yeah,
No,
with Thomas.
no, they're back. They're back.
That completely killed his advantage. He should have gone with Thomas since the start. Really. It's risky, but it was needed. Into the final climb and go. Move to Guadalajara. 5.6 kilometers to start.
This is a problem. You need to be well placed for this climb, but because it narrows for the steep section. But if you go too early and push it too soon, and you don't have the bars, you could be
Yeah,
finished.
you will suffer for that. The thing is, who's gonna get that necessary position?
We're into the
3.5 to
last
go.
5
I only
kilometers.
see two people well positioned, and it's either Tico and Ghosty,
They're the two.
and they're putting some pace in it.
There's some pace. Now, is this good pacing or is this suicidal?
Joe
Alder's
seems
in
to be closed there by Aldo's rider, not blocked, closed. That's part of the race, of course. And
boxed in, yeah.
he's blocked in, and he
It
needs
might
to
be
move.
Tico's in pole position. Here comes Alder though, the left hand
2.9 to
side.
go. Joe finds a room now. Ibra and Basso have to do something happen for them as well, because
Ibra,
now we have
Bassa's in
four
trouble.
Basso is in deep trouble. I think he's gonna get dropped.
Joe's just timed it.
This
Joe's
climb is fierce
has
by
gone
many
for the
Joe
measures.
is
front.
in a
Temperatures
perfect
are very
position.
hot.
1.3. He's going to start going. He still has protection. And it's Ibra. Ibra making the first move too little, too soon, or does
Nico
he get it?
Ghosty.
And now the sprint is on. Joe Whiteley, like a bullet, is going to
Not win.
die on the finish line. And it's going to be Ghost or Tico. I think it's Ghost because he
Ghosty,
has this.
Tico.
A
And Joe
great win in the
Whiteley.
sprint of the
Basso's in
squad.
Unfortunately
trouble.
for Joe.
Basso's in trouble. Basso's in
Oh,
trouble.
Basto is in deep
And
trouble.
Alder.
We're waiting for the back
And
markers,
Alder,
who
they're going to
appear to
lose
be
more time
fairly
here.
numerous
Alder,
in this
45
difficult
seconds.
race.
Probably Basto will lose this time.
They were the attackers of the day, and
Joe, too eager.
this didn't prize them.
I don't think Joe rarely panics, and I don't think this was the case. I think he miscalculated though, and it ended up biting him in the ass. With that in mind, though, I would like to see um, if he rises to third place of GC with this.
Well, Ghosty and Tico once again. 1-2.
Gus is goating today.
Ghosty, no one. I mean, I was gonna put money in him, but I completely forgot betting. It's a shame.
I wanted to bet on him, but well,
The odds were good. That was because of it. I mean, because I know he can do much more than those stupid odds.
I wanted to bet on Ghosty, but I haven't betted all the thing, and I forgot to do it once
I
again.
completely forgot to do any betting.
36 seconds lost, by the way.
36, Tuxedo GC,
For Basso.
Gershwin 50, 22, 47, 1 1. Basso is on the verge of not qualifying. He needs to make something happen to at least pass Joe Whiteley, that is the current third place.
I'll tell you what the other thing is I've just noticed.
And
Look at.
ALM, ML? No, that's points.
I've just noticed something. Ghosty is literally 2.5 minutes behind his own leader with his secondary ride. With his
Yeah.
secondary rider, he's almost 4 minutes ahead of the next one. If you go to, so just worth noting that even if Ghosty does actually get into the break with Daimler, and that break just completely goes away for whatever reason, and gets like a 10-minute gap, and Stardust there, Ghosty still wins basically either way, unless he gets
Yeah.
caught out massively.
I don't think it will come to that, though. I'm certain
It's
that
unlikely,
Basso,
yeah.
Alder, and maybe even Ibra will have to do something.
They've
And
got
they
to
will do
go.
it in this stage. They have to do something. Or to try at least. Doesn't mean they will succeed, but they need to go in this stage, the final stage of Group A semifinals.
And this is a toughie.
A day in the mountains, where the team leaders and the climbers should show what they're made of. For
Because
the
as we're
others,
about to
it's going to
see,
be a day
I
of
believe
hard
it's
labor in order to reach the
Stelvio. I
finishing
mean,
line.
correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's Stelvio, Motorola, Gavier, and then Bormio.
This is going to be a tough one.
These stages are never easy, and that's from the get-go.
And here comes the importance of energy management, because contrary to the last stage here, every inch of bar will count.
And the climb starts basically straight away.
also something that will matter will be the bars you have spared in the
Indeed,
previous stages. I
Yes,
think.
that's
very
made.
important.
For this reason, I don't see Bazo and Alder very well on this stage.
Well,
Yeah, this. I mean,
even in that
Basso's.
case, their only hope is still and only a long distance attack or medium distance.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
also their helpers will be a bit
True.
cooked because they spent a lot of energies. So we'll see. I think, to be honest,
Emma reminds us this was one of the first stages he designed, and he says that one of the most important things that can happen to someone that would be huge would be to keep a helper after Mortirolo.
Attack by Roland.
keep it up after Motorola. Well, if we see attacks like this, we might not be seeing anyone after Motorola. They'll all be dead.
But let's see. I was gonna say maybe they place someone some men ahead,
Well,
But I already think they're gonna team attack at this point.
they're team attacking already. I
Here
think
And
we
here
go.
we
Ibra and
go.
Alder.
Alder, Ibra, knowing what they need.
It's starting early.
Well, pace will rise now.
The problem is they could go for team attack,
Mhm.
and I have to say that was closed down with very much ease.
Very curious to see how many riders, helpers, will be kept for everyone, because there's the chance for full recovery in that descent after Stelvio.
Yeah, you should recover 4 bells after Stelvio.
But
Here goes
Tico finally
Tico.
sending men into the break.
And Aoi, oh look, it's 3 people, not 6. So he might actually be
Ghosty,
allowed.
I think everyone should be sending the. Can we see? Yeah, the 78 guy.
Well, we will be seeing the
But
78s, but
nothing will happen because I think Keeper might take another shot at this.
Ibra's going to go again. This is going to be mental.
Basso might
That's,
have entered energy management phase right now because he's comfortably sitting at the back.
yeah,
Yeah, I think Bazo will try to end Stelvio with more men than the others.
That might be a good choice, actually.
I don't know because on downhill he won't recover anything,
After Stelvio, no,
and
he'll recover everything.
yeah, he will have to chase in the final in the false flat there,
There's
unless
there's
he
full
doesn't drop.
recovery in this downhill after Stelvio. Emma confirmed to me.
yeah, it's impossible to
And look at it.
even
Yeah,
that false
I
flag.
just saw
Yeah.
the profile. That's steep, and that's workable.
Yeah. You might get one person who doesn't recover full bar, but that'll
Yeah,
probably be
but
whoever's working. That'll be the worker.
yeah,
That's literally
I
about it.
agree.
Everyone else will recover. I
Let's
think
see.
Joe's good. I think you'll see Joe go with 4 or
Yeah,
try to.
that is the usual number that we British like to actually put in the breaking
Yes.
stages like this. And Joe seems to be preparing for that. Dowsett is there, the 78 mountain rider. So let's see.
The problem is, we're also seeing people preparing to go into the break with all 6. So those 4 might just go for the free ride.
Yeah, I would definitely take that free ride though, because this long distance attack might be suicide at this point. So let's see. Oh, Boston moving to the front. Is he gonna go?
You're gonna go. No,
I think he's just positioned.
Ibra's gonna go.
Eber's
Ibra's
gonna
gonna
go
go.
again. No shock there.
Is Basso gonna close it? Yes, he is.
Ghosty as well. And he plans to put more helpers
And there's a gap.
in another attempt. It's not gonna work. Who's got dropped behind? Chiho and Joe? I don't see Alder as well. Someone's
did.
still in one.
No, I think A1 now just fully dropped, fully dead riders. I think. Now.
Alright.
Oh no! Someone's now falling behind again. Someone is falling behind. It's Alda.
Oh, it was Alder.
Alder.
Yeah, because he was the only person that I hadn't seen make a movement at this point, so I figured it could be him. And it was.
Therefore, it's Abra trying everything to get away on Stelvio.
Yeah, but the thing is, he already lost 2 riders. I don't know how good he's gonna end up with if he keeps trying. You need to. Sometimes you just need to accept the position we're at and try to work the best with it. The position he's at right now is keep as much guys as you can because you didn't manage to escape.
But he's trying to go with a 6-man train. The problem is, it's a 6-man train. It's long. So it's going to be hard
Hey,
to get away.
Piero, Finn, welcome.
It might be
Yeah,
better off just
I
going
agree,
with
Finn. I
Cavagna.
agree. He did change something. He is actually now fully streaming only with his graphics card instead of the integrated one being turned on as well. So it's fully on the disc graphic, and it is smoother and it looks better, in my opinion as well.
Okay, yes, okay. Ibra's gone with 2.
That's not good, but he might.
That's
But
fine.
Ghosty also.
That's
You
Is
want
that
50k to go in my stage.
is that Buchmann? No. So Ghosty trying
No.
to put his 78 ahead.
Basso's going with his leader.
Oh, we were going with 2, so Basso is the only one going with leader. Joe
Yeah.
could actually take advantage to try and put men as well, and I don't know how many Alder has, but that could be a good chance for him too.
This is now the time. Is that Ghosty going? Yeah, that's Ghosty going.
Oh yeah, he's going to try and bridge to his man. But Tiho says, I'm joining too. And Alder, Joe is completely dropped.
He might have had a
I don't know
problem.
what to say.
I think he's had a problem somewhere.
I don't know what happened. I wonder if we could get some information. As I was saying, thank you for being here, Campione, and no Piero and Finn, and let us know what you think will happen in this final stage. For now, things not looking good for Joe, and no one is waiting, so I assume it might have been
Water
not
grape.
game.
Oh, okay.
What? Oh,
Water
bug.
grape bug.
Oh, that's tough, man.
So he's been completely ruined. He has.
That's
Alder's
really a
taking the
punchy
care of him.
attack.
Alder's in big trouble behind.
Yeah, Joe's completely out of it right now. He will have time to
So it's
re-enter,
noses downhill, which
as
will
the
allow the
downhill is
riders to
long, but he
catch
will
their
have to
breath.
start doing it
He's
as fast
about
as
to
possible.
go.
It has to be 99 there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, no one is having mercy, no one cares. Which I guess is part of the game. I don't know the rules to this, nor do I care at this moment. I don't know if there was a bug or not, so I can't really comment on something I didn't see. I don't know if any of you saw it.
Oh, I did. It must have happened behind when we were on another rider.
Well, we will see afterwards. Maybe we'll have a chance to see.
Come on.
All right, so
Yes, sir.
Ghosty, Basso, Tiho, and Ivra are all here. Not looking good for Alder. And Joe is A2, I guess. So,
A2, yep.
Guys, I
Alder's
won
back.
another stage.
oh, A1 and A2 merge. So maybe Joe has help now because Alder also wants to get back. Uh, Email, show us A1. Sorry for what you were saying.
I won another stage.
Nice. Congratulations. And let's see in A1. Email. Is Email dead?
Yes.
Thank you.
There he is.
So we have
The riders will take full
Joe
advantage of
actually
the
working.
incline to get
And
some oxygen into their lungs, but they must remember to
I
keep
don't
their
see
shape.
Alder.
There's a
Oh.
rider
Oh,
trying to
Basser's
break away from the
attacking.
bunch.
So Joe is
Basser's
still in
attacking.
A2. No, in
A1.
A3.
No, he's in A1. No, he's A1. He's
And
A1.
where's he? Where's Alder?
Alder's in the peloton.
I didn't see him get back there. Well, there's still a little bit of now false flag. It's not as good. It's not good for recovery, but you might have to sacrifice one health point to arrive to the peloton.
That's
Tell
what
me,
it gave me.
Swaxon, with the experience you have. Oh, Basel attacking again,
Yeah.
Attack by
and
Miguel Angel
Alder
Lopez.
suicidal attacking because he just recovered a while back and is going with what? 2 man, 3 man, 3 man. Saxon, if you were in Joe's position, and if you still managed to get to them sooner rather than later, do you think your energy would have been affected by it with your leader?
I think there's definitely gonna be a big effect because it's clear to me that he probably had it and he probably got slowed down. Well, he would have got slowed down massively by it when everyone else is probably going a lot faster.
And now Joe pacing as hard as he can. He is about to join if everything goes well, but at what expense? And as Saxon is saying it, there might be some expense. So
Yeah,
Joe will have to do the perfect management, effort management class if he still wants to have a shot at keeping the third place.
yeah. I mean, they haven't really pushed. I think Ghosties is trying to force people. That's a really pushing he is.
I mean, he has the yellow jersey. He doesn't need to worry about one person passing him. I think it's not up to him to work, to be honest.
I think Ghosty is actually trying to say to everyone else, look, if I just stick here and get the same time as you lot, I'm through. You're
Yeah,
That's what
I'm
he's
fine,
trying to
and you
say.
are in trouble because only three passed, and I'll be second, and all of you, only one will have a shot. So your ball, he says, and he says, well, why is Joe in trouble? Saying Pierre. Well, Joe dropped his entire team due to a bug. He just managed to return, but he spent quite a while in the back, so some energy cost comes from it. Basso has the stage. GG says Gabi. Welcome, Gabi.
He's
So
pushing like crazy. But the thing is,
we already have some predictions here. Gabi and welcome again. Gabi saying that Basso has the stage. Do you think this could be the case, Swaxon? It's a good lead for now.
it's a big lead, a very big lead.
And in fact, there seems to be lack of coordination behind. Let's see if someone is already. It's Joe Whiteley, actually. Or
They
no,
need to
no.
go. That's the thing. Like it has to be now. Like it's 2.5 minutes
Now there's just that struggle for positioning. Someone needs to do something, indeed.
because Basso's gone mental with two riders. But
Also down to three.
those, yeah, but it doesn't matter. You'll be two at best on this after
Indeed,
Motorola.
indeed.
So he's basically used up. Like used up one domestique massively. He'll use up another one fairly soon.
Here.
Yeah, he'll use it up. He won't make it past top Motorola.
And it's Alder again, making a
Attack
move.
by Miguel
Trying to get
Angel
the gap,
Lopez.
achieving it. Soon he will be passing Chupali, I think it was. Yes, it is, the puncher.
Yeah,
Oh, unfortunate block for Reaver. Joe Whiteley this time trying to not stay behind again.
they're gonna have to
Uh,
like get moving. They can't cat and mouse.
Joe is playing really dangerously, although we know he kind of has to because he lost some
This
energy
climb features
while
some
he was
dreadful
behind.
percentages.
He had to try and re-enter as quick as he could, and he did.
I'll tell you now that they end up with riders. They're not gonna be in a good like. They might end up with three riders. They go this slowly. The problem is the gap will be about 3.5, 4 minutes by then.
Meanwhile, Zlatan, somewhere in the world, must be
That's
sitting
after
right now,
restart.
probably
There
in
should be a lot more movement from
Italy.
now on in.
Zlatan doesn't play for second places, so he's desperately trying to go to catch Basso. And Basso still has three men. Like you said, he's definitely going to have to use one here. But if he has two to face the next climb, he'll be in a prime position.
Yeah, and I think now his strategy will be simple. Or I imagine he'll try and save his 78 mountain, which I think he will do. But no one's pushing on. It's just stop start.
Let's see. Piero said doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter if with or without GC. The goal is to go through. Yes, indeed. But let's keep in
Yeah,
mind that he is sixth, so he has to gain over a minute on pretty much everyone. I mean, a little bit less to the others, but still, he has to gain time to at least get to third. But it's looking good right now, yeah, absolutely.
you can see what Ghosty's trying to do. He's trying to make sure it's as long as only one's up the road, it's fine, not two. That's why you're seeing him close all these gaps.
Ivra is also one of those that definitely needs to make something happen for him
Yeah,
because top
that,
three and Melif was fourth or fifth.
that's what. Yeah, you can clearly
This
see
climb is
Ibra is
feared by many
really
riders.
going.
The percentages are very high.
Wait, can you hear me, Sparks?
Yeah, I can hear you. Perfect. Tico's gone and Ibra's gone again. Ibra's gone again. I worry they're going to end up with three here. Some of them. I hope they don't because I think it makes a mockery. Oh dear, there's
Watch
Ibra's
out,
Well,
the
going.
right.
climb leader is
I
falling
think
behind.
Ghosty's behind. 34 seconds behind Ibra.
and Joe and I don't know who's with Joe
Oh,
because he's
big
with
problems
Zach.
for Ibra. He's going solo.
Oh, that's not good.
Uh-oh. Joe's in a
White
good.
arrives at your group, and where's Alder? How many does he have to here?
He only
Is he behind?
he's two. He was two. He was two. I just saw him right at the back. He's
Oh, there
making an
he
even
is.
more dangerous game. He is.
But Ghosty is trying to get a gap again. Let's see what happens here. The gap is still very good, but there's still one long climb to go, and then the last one not so long, but all of them are steep.
I'll tell you now. All I can say is Ibra's lost. He's to be alone at this point is trouble. Also, hang on. Go to Alder quickly. Is he going to be in the
Go
group?
to
He's
Alder.
just about in.
So now it's the
He's
descent.
just there.
It's less
He's
physically
just made it,
exhausting
but
than the
only
climb, but
just.
it's
Someone's
more
been dropped
stressful as the riders
again.
must
Yeah,
choose
A1,
their
A1,
we are
trajectory
A1. A May.
and
desperately
maintain a
trying to
good
see, but
position on the bike.
I don't know if he's here even.
May might have had another piss break.
Well, this was a terrible place to leave the race in. Remy Cabana, 35 seconds to get at the front. Doesn't have much time. This downhill isn't as long as the last one. So, um, okay, here
Yeah,
we
it
go.
was Alder.
It
I
was
think it was.
Alder
It
a
was
bit.
Alder. It's Alder 78.
Alder Alder has been a little bit in the razor's edge since early on. Basso still has two riders, so
The
Ibra is the
only
only one alone. Ghosty definitely saying he didn't come here to be last on the last stage, so he's trying. And Ibra decides to wait, but has no helper here. And Cabana, let's see if Cabana reaches. Here he is.
he does, and he's instantly gone.
He
Hooray! He's
arrives,
looking to get the back
passes.
to slip.
I'm not sure what either intended that.
Oh, he did,
Uh,
because here he goes.
maybe no, he did. No, it
He
was
did,
intentional.
totally did.
Going on
Ibra
the false
is
flag.
wasting a lot of energy. This might end up terribly for him. I think
Yeah,
when Cabana returned, he should have just stayed where he was and go with the group. Because the difference is getting shorter and shorter.
now they're just going to pace as if it's just one person with Basso up front. And by the way, that's a minute and a half.
Yeah, terrible move from Ibra there. Once again, I have to say it was not good. And not only that, it's gonna kill a lot of his energy. For what, 55 seconds? I think they're gonna be able to close him because he will not have as much energy as he would like. Basso, on the other hand, already has over 1 minute again. I don't think it never dropped below 1 minute, but it was getting lower. And now this climb will decide uh, almost absolutely if they catch him or not. Seems to be getting still a good pace out of his riders. My bet is that
Right?
Ibra is actually consuming way more energy, not just than Basso, that's obvious, but more than he should probably to make this happen.
Yeah. Well, he's trying to get to Basso, but he might get to him, and he'll just steepen up again, and Basso won't have to worry.
Let's see. Now Ghosty and Tiho agreed to work. Joe Whiteley, uh,
He was
after what
working. Yeah,
oh, okay.
I did see him on the front a couple of
I
times.
was gonna say, however, after what he passed, no one would blame him if he
I've
wanted to rest for a little bit.
although
Uh,
Alder. Oh, here goes Alder. Here goes Alder.
Alone. Oh no, he has a rider with him. I saw
He
the
actually
jersey.
spotted a great opportunity
Yeah,
there.
that's the white jersey actually. Yeah, that was actually good.
That was opportunistic.
That was tricky. Tricky in the sense of that
Falling
was
behind. A team leader is falling
a good
behind.
window of opportunity that he took advantage of.
Because he saw the gap
Boss.
was opening and thought, you know what, I'll bridge across.
Oh! I see everything breaking apart. Ghosty
Goes
went.
to joining.
Let's see behind them if someone attacks or if they try to pace themselves back. And this is very bad for Basso because the climb has barely started and they are already closing the gap quickly. Ghosty is giving everything he has. The gap is finally below 1 minute, so Basso is in trouble indeed.
Ghosty's going.
Yeah, Alder tries to follow. Ibra It's Ghosty loses his rider. Basso as well.
But the thing is now, it is now down to Aldo.
And Joe Whiteley now must use his helper because he needs to pace hard to try and get to them as quickly as possible.
Aldo's go. Aldo's going.
Joe putting his pace. Tiho is with
Uh
him.
oh.
All hell is breaking loose. Now Basso probably should wait for Aldo, and I think he might do it. Yeah.
I do, but this I'm not sure. Well, actually, you say that, but Aldo is he going to try and make the bridge? He
Aldo
could
should
do.
try to do it because Basso couldn't be there waiting forever. I don't know if he slowed down or not. It seemed like so, but I was not sure.
Asa was going
But
slowly, but I think he's going slowly because he's pacing slowly.
yeah, because at this point, after being on ahead for so long on the road, he definitely, and he's down to only his leader. He definitely needs to pace himself at his own
Here goes
rhythm. And
Joe.
there goes
Here goes Joe.
Geraint Thomas is going.
The riders are in a portion above
I'm
10%.
going to say this right now. Basso could be, but it depends how much bars he saved. They've stopped again. Take down.
I
Aldo.
I think he's decided to finally slow down a bit because he might be seeing the writing on the wall. I mean, they're not stopping to wait or anything like that, but they're definitely not racing as hard as before. Perhaps Basso is aware that he needs to keep something for the ending.
Yeah,
But everyone stops here, and so the gap starts growing again, and they speed up a bit. Let's see if Joe attacks. Yes, I was seeing that from far.
he's gone. He's
Joe
completely gone.
Whiteley is gone. Now Tiho tries to follow him uh, with pace. It's gonna close it, and Ghost is going to take
No,
advantage of
they're all
it.
look. They're all one with
Oh
one with
my.
one practically. He could just joined up to Joe.
Tiho just joined, and I think is Ibra joining Ghosty. Oh, Ghosty,
I know what Ghosty's doing. Ibra's
not
got
worried,
it's the
but
work
now
on
he
bars.
starts to have everyone ahead of him. It's starting to look bad.
This is bad for Ghosty.
Wait,
Really bad.
okay, oh, Tiho and Joe arrive, and now if these guys actually work, Ghosty, for example, could be in serious trouble. I don't think they will, though, which is the usual scenario, of course.
There's another. I think they've just consumed a lot of bars
Yeah,
already. I don't think
yeah.
they've. This has been raced ferociously. It has. Bassett might have the advantage on this climb,
I
but
don't think there was a bet, a special bet, but we are now taking bets from our viewers. Uh, at which point we'll go see Rage Quit.
probably just before we get to the finish, he will. When he, it's
Let
not
us
over.
see. It's not over indeed, but Ghosty needs to. I don't know what he was doing. He didn't follow the attack. Then he tried, but never really seemed to put. I don't know, man. I don't know what happened there. That was a gift.
Bassett's go. Yeah, Bassett's gone.
Basso yet again trying to get a gap
Joe's,
because the climb
Joe's,
is almost over.
Joe's gonna join him.
And there we have it. Attila Walter and Geraint Thomas both together. 29 seconds. The gap is increasing again. These two, if they decide to cooperate here, they might take advantage of this space. Because here no one was spacing, and now it's Tiho that tries to cut the gap. I don't know if
But
he'll
they're not
attack
get.
or if just space.
But let's put it this way: they're
Oh,
not getting any help from Ibra because I've just seen the dead animation.
yeah. Ibra is done.
I
So
think I'm gonna go out on a limb. If Joe and Basso ends up together after the Gavia,
I
I think
think
Joe
they
gets
might
the
have.
advantage. I
Yeah,
think
and
Joe
I
will be
think
in pole position.
unless Basso dies, I think at the very least second will be
Using
his,
such
unless
percentages
something
because the
dramatic happens.
strongest can
Because the other
create some
three are
gaps.
still not out of it. However, it's starting to look very grim.
Here they go.
Now,
Aldo's
again, now from Alder, Tiho behind, Ghosty already
Ghosty's out. Ghosty's in trouble.
already,
He's out.
yeah, he's definitely out. It's a really big gap for him to close in this downhill,
Right,
and the climb that follows is quick, and that does not favor Ghosty.
right. It's 2v2v2.
Yeah, and right now, E1 uh, is looking good. However, the gap is now in 30
They're heading
seconds, so let's see if Tiho uh, and Alder, I think, can actually close this on the downhill. Uh, Meanwhile, we see Ghosty and Libra are definitely just resting. So
Well, they're not. They're on maintain. So they're not closing at all. They're not closing at all.
yeah.
Oh, in fact, Ibra's going to make it
However,
across.
Ever, yeah, and Ghosty arrives next, but Ever goes, keeps going.
I
Oh
think that
my!
this could be a
What are
mistake.
you doing?
This could be a mistake. I think
This is almost definitely a mistake.
he's gone. He's gone. But what's the odds of him not having
I
full
don't know what
bars?
everyone was doing in that downhill, but E2 stopped for some reason because the gap went from 30 seconds to almost 1 minute now, and Ever isn't getting too far, and only he is costing himself the chance of recovering his full yellow, which he probably didn't, unless it's really small at this point.
Like at this point, there's just no point trying to attack on this downhill. Not unless you've got like full
There
bars.
is no cooperation right now. Tio is trying to go.
In fact, he might be getting a gap if they're not careful.
Yeah, because I think the others were sitting.
They were nearly caught that. You know what? If Tico read there, he could have got a gap and could legitimately just got himself like third on the stage.
Yeah, and now Alder attacking.
Alder's going.
And he's going with
15 kilometers
gusto, so
remaining.
to speak, so we might actually make something happen here. Eva is the immediate person in trouble because we know he has a terrible bar after the things that happened in the race for him and that he did. So let's see. But Alder
Yeah.
isn't going far, and the gap is still in 40 seconds. 48, 51. So it's looking good for the front group.
Ghosty's
Next
working.
climb will be
Oh,
8 kilometers and something, I believe.
There are just
it's
10 kilometers left.
it's about a 9k
Nine,
climb.
nine, nine, actually. Yeah.
9k climb. Alder's gonna get caught right at the bottom.
Nine
And that was just
kilometers, 1864 meters of altitude at 7.4 average. It's kind of interesting because the ending in itself is one of the hard sections, so to speak.
I think Alder's gone again.
Alder has gone again. Check you two quickly, Emma. Then we'll move to these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eber is the one trying to
Eva's
follow. Ghosty sustaining his own pace. He might know that Eber won't last long, but Alder will see. Alder is going fast, maybe
Alder's
too fast. Go to E1. We want to see here who wins the stage. Walter and Joe Whiteley with Thomas. I think they have been cooperating, but
yeah.
Bevanal is going with everything he has. Let's hope it's not too much. Let's hope he saves some for the ending if he manages to catch them.
Ghosty's going. Tico needs to like go at some point. I wonder
And
if Tico's trying to save himself.
Ibra probably about to be dropped at this point.
Yeah, that would not be a surprise.
Would not be a shock. 5 kilometers to go, 16 seconds gap. Get Alder is trying to close.
We're
Joe
into
doesn't
the
want to wait
last
He
10
anymore. He
has.
just puts
kilometers.
pace, and Basso.
He's gone. He's gone. And
Yeah, he's
you know,
gone.
and
And
this is what I mean. I think he's. You know what? I think the reason why he might be winning this stage, Joe. I mean, I don't want to say it too soon. But the reason why I think he might be in pole position, he didn't rush to get back.
yeah, exactly.
There was no rush. They've stopped behind,
We
so they're
know
out.
we know that Joe never panics in any
Yeah,
situation. So he did what he needed to do, got there just in time, played it well, and let's make it real and be honest, and also say that some of his opponents did make his life easy after he rejoined by with some
yeah.
crazy tactics. It's 1v1, and then we have four behind.
As has
Joe
been caught
Whiteley
behind.
is about to
As
win
has
the
been
stage.
caught.
Yeah, Basso completely almost breaking because he didn't have the energy to keep going, so he had to wait.
And
Now,
now here comes
Gary
Joe.
Thomas is about to take this GC. He's about to take this GC. Gary Thomas, 300, 200, 100. Joe Whiteley is the winner.
In the final.
Celebramos, he says as he crosses the finish
Congratulations.
line.
He resisted the
And now
comeback
Alder
Alder's.
is
and
going
enjoyed his
for the
win.
second. And here comes Tiho, but he's not going to make it on time. He's still going to be third. And Ghosty might save his third place here.
The race
And
is on,
I
but
tell
the
you
maybe
what,
in the
winner
Ghosty
second.
might be. I think Ghosty. I'm
Ghosty?
not sure. I think Ghosty might be second in GC. You
Yeah, I
know?
was going to say, I think Ghosty might have saved his second place. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. ML was saying the same as us. I agree. I agree. I fully agree, my friend, because he had quite the interesting gaps to some guys, and I think Alder was one of them. So Gio as well. But Joe Whiteley, coming out of nowhere, manages to leave everyone behind, wins the Group A Tour semifinal because he is the new GC leader and the last one as he is the winner.
Yeah.
So, Swaxon, as the race ends, everyone crosses the line. We can do a quick balance of this group, especially from when you joined. What do you think?
Well, I think we just saw like cool heads prevail, and if there's anything we should point out is that you don't give up clearly,
Exactly.
because
Exactly.
Joe was timid behind, was way behind the peloton at one point here, came back and just absolutely
I'm
smashed
not sure.
everyone.
We already had inline and classic semis, right?
Yes,
Did Basso pass both?
yes, he did, I
Well, for
believe.
the first time, then, this is the first final of the Champions League this season that he will miss. So, I guess that was a shock. I think people expected him to be in the favorites group to pass. Not only that, he'll probably be last unless Ibra lost even more time than him.
Well, I think he got KOM. It might have KOM. I'm sure
Oh,
Mayor will
maybe,
confirm.
yeah. So
So I don't
let's
think
see
he'll
where
be
he ends.
last. He
But
might
he will not
be.
be third. He's at least fifth. Oh, it's only 17 seconds too. I
Oh,
think
there
Ibra
was.
retains.
Oh, Ghosty survived. Ghosty survived second.
Phew, 1 second. Other 150. Jesus. Joe Whiteley gets points. What about the KOM? Also,
Basso.
yes. So Basso might be in position to be fifth, and I don't know if fourth because I don't know how the others did, but we'll see. This is over though, and let's see if someone will be available for interviews as we will move to the interviews channel. All right. Wait, Frabo's still alive.
Bulgaria.
Is that UML back? Let me see. Yes, it is. Okay, ML is
I'll be
about to put
coaching.
Miko's stream in the air so we can start commenting as he is back in the chat. Okay, here we go. We're live. Um,
Miko's down to one. I've seen already. That's a great sign. Is that Hubie up in front?
all right, so Yubi has an interesting gap here. I don't know how GC is. Let's see if he can keep it though. This race seems to have been quite more calm as almost everyone, if not
To
everyone, seems to
be
still have two riders.
Hubie 1-2. We got Hubie in E1. I think that's Goga in E2. Miko's down to one.
Goga as well, yeah. But most people have two riders still.
Yeah, is that Goga down to one or is that no?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
he is now. He is now.
Oh,
Goga's just
Goga
gone to
is
one.
now down to one. And Yubi as well in the front.
Yeah, Hubie. Although to be fair, that's nothing new.
Yeah,
Is that
that's not a
Miko
shock.
going? Miko is going.
Miko is going.
Gotcha. Oh, me.
Oh, let's see what Frabo does here.
Nothing. Gotcha's gonna do something.
Of course he will.
Oh!
Gacho closes it.
Oh, there you go.
See if Il Grandissimo Frabo passes to the front.
you have to shut me if you want me passing to the front.
You have to what?
Shoot me.
Why?
I won't pass.
Well, obviously, but at some point they'll have to respond if they go.
No, also with third place I will pass.
Where are you right
Gat-
now in GC?
He's leading. GC.
Ah, oh yeah,
And
the
also the green
Algerian there.
jersey.
Oh, you're fine then.
And I
Yeah.
want to
Gotcha's
get this.
God. Gotcha's
Just don't
God.
let them all go, though. Is my advice. But now
Jakub's following. Here goes
Jakub
Miko.
going.
Who's the Colombian? Just out of interest.
Il colombiano.
El
El
Colombiano.
Colombiano. He's
Did he
at the
stay behind?
back.
Oh.
Fabio
Oh, I see him. I see him there. He's about to arrive. Jacob down to
Gimmick.
one man. He's 16-second advantage, I believe. Benissimo Fabio now down to
Now
Fortunato.
it's everyone down to one. Oh, Gacho. Oh,
So,
Gachos.
what is going to wait? What happened? Yeah, about to be caught. I was looking at the other screen. Okay, seeming normal.
Gacho.
5 kilometers to go. Who will make another strike? Jakub seems to be trying to increase the pace. Grandissimo Frabo trying to keep in touch. Who's that
Jacob.
behind? El Colombiano?
Colombian.
Oh, yes, it is.
Fucking red
Yeah.
cap.
And the 6 are together.
All relay for
Oh no, there
Frabo.
is
So
UB in
really,
front with a
he
big gap.
says. I think he forgets that other people also want to pass and can't be dropped with Frabo if he decides not to work.
Yep.
But okay.
Gacho moment is what we call that as Colombiano.
Indeed.
No,
Oh.
he doesn't go to the front. He goes on the attack.
He goes on the attack, and now he says, "Good luck with that." But Jakub decides to immediately follow Jakub
Goga.
as well.
That was Goga. That's
Oh,
Goga.
Goga, that's Goga. Yeah, Jakub is here, and he's
Jakub's
pacing himself to it.
gonna
He's not
pass.
attacking, so they're
Jakub's
gonna
gonna-
merge again. UP still has quite a good lead going into the downhill. About to.
Yeah. Although it's gonna be 6 people.
6 versus
in-
1. 1 minute. Swexen, what do you think?
Someone will be dropped.
I think Huey's gonna be in trouble. Oh, there
One
goes
is
Goga.
dropped, two dropped. No, I pass. Not problem.
Oh, Goga was dead. Terrible sign for what's to
No,
come.
he's fine. He's well.
No, he's going to be there, but he died.
Yeah.
That's never a good sign.
And what are they
Maybe
gonna
he
do
has
here?
some time to recover here, unless
And they're all
someone
going for
decides.
water.
Wow! And Yubi says, "Thank you very much. I'll take it."
They're all going for water. None of them.
No one wants to work. Typical.
And Colombiano goes. Gacho follows.
John Gacho attacks. Come on, people! Champion of the world is going.
Who's the new one?
Yubi,
Yubi.
the leader.
Oh, okay.
Welcome, Joe Whiteley. We'll talk in a bit, but for now,
Yeah.
we have this stage ending, and John Gacho, the world champion, is going for it. Well, the world champion in his head. I might clarify that.
Colombiano going.
And he says, "GG, Frabo, you have a lot of friend.
Oh,
Come on, works for Frabo." I'm dying here.
Frabo's doing the right thing.
Yeah, Frabo doesn't have to chase one guy, and not even 2. So he's fine. Frabo playing for the GC and playing it very well so far. See no issue there. And if anyone else wants to drop Frabo, it's their job to try and do so.
Yeah. To see you. It's Miko going. It's Miko who's working.
Miko starts to put some pace in the downhill. Frabo quietly sitting down, waiting and recovering his energy. I obviously know if he will, how much energy he will get, but I will not say obviously. But I also hope that the others manage to get some good energy before. With all the time they gave Juby, they kind of had to. Gacho is caught, and Gacho might be in serious trouble here.
They need to get
I think Yubi want to win.
I think Juby might have it.
It's going to be tight because we've seen big
No,
gaps
yeah.
get absolutely crucified. Although saying this is only 9
we know
kilometers.
we know that the advantage can be close quickly. The problem is, the more time they keep giving him, the more chances he has.
I mean, how long has you been out in front by any chance, Frabo?
Frabo?
Full the stage.
All stage. Okay. He might be in a bit
there.
more trouble.
Yeah, he
And
might be
Gacho
in trouble
goes
And
Gachu's
Gacho,
going.
thinking he was not already in trouble, makes yet the 100th attack of the day, quote unquote.
I mean, he's panicked there.
Indeed. And now we have
Miko going. Miko's going.
Miko going. The other four looked at each other for a second, but Goga and Jakub responding, Fravo following them, El Colombiano following Fravo. Let's see. 1 minute and 40 something.
It's going
1
up.
minute
Not.
and 40,
It's going the wrong
41.
way.
Let's see. It's not going well.
It's going the wrong way.
In the
Gachu, my
meantime,
Gacho, it's
Grandissimo
impossible to reach.
Castro is getting a good gap as well.
they're all going
Oh!
on.
Ever. Okay.
And Fravo, he has been waiting.
And
Let's
that's a
see if,
counter.
and that's a counter right there.
But it's closed
But
down
he waits.
immediately.
He waits. He was closed down and he decides not to push too much. Let's see if he's just going to keep following or if he's going to be making a move. Oh, I'll be reviewing this after the race. Don't worry. Yep.
You know, 'cause I think QB might have this.
Okay, so
QB has this. Yep, QB has this. No
yeah,
way it gets.
I thought so. But let's.
They've.
Well, actually, let's look at Gacho when we can see him, and this is one of those moments, but might be close. Now, Bravo that is streaming for us will have to focus on his own
No,
ending.
I don't
Let's
care.
see. No, you need
Oh, no,
to.
I don't care. I have the wheel, and I don't care.
Ah, okay.
Jakub suddenly drops. No, Gachu's not gonna.
No,
No, QB
Gacho is
just
going
holds
to
on.
die on the beach because Yubi just manages to win the stage. Gacho will be second, and Fravo sprints for third.
Bravo gets third.
Well
That
played,
Jakob
should
Fravo.
be
fourth,
enough.
Miko fifth, El Comiano
I
sixth,
think
and last is Goga.
Very well played, Fravo. I must
Very
say.
well played, Fravo. That was actually very well played indeed.
first in GC 100%.
Okay, we wait to see just the
Green
GC
jersey 100%.
and the jersey. So
No, I passed.
afterwards we will be
I'm
going for
disappointed about Miko.
for the interviews. But
Miko.
first, we want to see
I'm
all the
disappointed
GC
about Miko performance, honestly.
and the gap that you got in this stage as well.
Did Miko have a Western
That was
Super
very
by
well
any
played for the
chance?
German. He risked it from the beginning of the stage. He got his way. Frabo just managed the situation like a true yellow jersey does. Did not panic, did not care, knew his mat, knew he didn't need to worry, played
Did he
it
have the
well,
Western
and Don
suit?
Gacho, despite his many attacks and his many wastes of energy, still had something in the tank to get second place. Now let's see how this is translated into the GCs. Times 8 Frabo, please.
Oh. Ah! Okay.
Okay, we return.
Oh, maybe him.
Um,
Maybe also first in mountain order.
Yubi, Frabo, Biko, Jakob. How's the
Here I'm
GC?
first, 100%. Here I'm first, and GC I'm first. Maybe
Okay,
Gacho.
I guess we'll see you later on the screenshots. Right now, we're going to move to the interviews channel, and Frabo, as soon as you're done, you can join us there. Well, we seem to have lost Joe. Joe,
Hello.
Joe?
Hello.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Can you repeat?
Hello. Hello.
I am now listening. Joe, welcome. What an interesting and dramatic race we had in your group, and I'm going to tell you why right now. So, we have Tiho not qualifying for 1 second, ends up in fourth, and the score is Joe Whiteley leading 240 points, passes as the winner. The group Ghosty second 177, Alder third 120, Tiho fourth 119, 1 point. 1 point. Jesus. Then we have Basso fifth 77, Eber sixth 59, Francesco Rabasi 0, and the Rich Quit. So, Joe, that last
Mhm.
man, the odds seem to be against you, but as always, you didn't panic. You accepted the situation you were in. How was your energy with your leader when you returned to the main group?
When I returned, my leader was. I mean, he had full bars because he was sat in the wheel of all descent, but um,
Had lost
no,
some blue, I assume?
he definitely did lose. Not blue at that point because I think it was still quite there, but he
Yeah.
lost a lot of green. But I think it was a good. I mean, I can't really say. I didn't really pay
Didn't
too
really
much
pay that
attention,
much attention, but you
but
so
I
what you
definitely
saw,
did.
you thought you had enough
I
to.
definitely saw it go down. To how much, I don't really know. It was probably a decent, like 5 to 10%, which in the terms of a stage like that where differences are between 1 second, as we saw, 5 to 10% green bars.
Were you confident when you rejoined the group that you would be able to succeed if you attacked?
Well, when I rejoined, I wasn't that confident because when my puncher died, so I was only down to 2 riders. Everyone else had 3 riders for a good 5 or 6 kilometers up the Monterey, whilst I only had two. So at that point, I was like, well, I'm probably gonna be screwed here because I had to use my 78 mountain guy really, really
So,
early.
at what point and why did you decide to risk? Just because you had to, or
The attack.
obviously, yeah, or you were also confident that you had enough to go
Well,
to the end?
I mean, it kind of the fortunes kind of changed for me in the flap. It was let me get the park on. It was the flap between the Monterey and the Paso
And
Gavia, I think.
yes,
Yeah, because Ghosty and Tico were relaying. Aldo was kind of just sat there. I was helping him a little bit. Obviously, at that point, I still didn't think I could do much, but I was just relaying a little bit. But then I think was it Ghosty who attacked, or someone attacked. Ghosty's teammate kind of like went in the wheel of Aldo, and then Ghosty was almost isolated on the flat, and he just kept on pacing with his leader. So I thought, wow, he's burning a lot of bars here, whilst I was just still protecting with my guys. So I thought, well, at this point, Ghosty just used a hell of a lot of bars to close that gap by himself with no teammate
hmm
on the flat. I mean, you know, with 63K, you
yes,
know how tough it's
yes.
going to be. And then me and Tico's riders kind of got tangled on each other again, similar to what happened in the first place for me getting the bug in the first place. But we then got dropped, but we kind of just like slowly paced back with our teammates. And then when we returned, we were the only guys with teammates. So that's when the fortunes kind of changed in my mind because I was like, well, I must have done something right to have a teammate still when everyone else was
If
sick.
you had actually been in the booth instead of playing, you would have known that your opponents actually made quite a few mistakes, maybe out of desperation for sure. Uh, as soon as you left that group as well, the cooperation that you had managed to put everyone into completely died too.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, I knew once everyone was on their own and no teammates,
Yeah, it
the
would be
chance for
extremely
the
hard.
cooperation with the type of context of that group, it was very hard, especially with Ghosty being dropped at that point. I don't really know how he got dropped from the main group, but he did. And then I bridged to Basso, and then we went under that tunnel. And as you know in PCM, when there's a tunnel, there is something that's going to happen. And I
Yes,
think
usually.
Basso, Basso
I'm
kind
sorry
of
to
said,
interrupt you. I'll get
yeah,
back
yeah,
to you in a second,
sure.
Joe. Please excuse me. We have Group B's classification. Right now, I will repeat what I said earlier about Ace. Tiho lost a passing spot by 1 second, which means he also lost that same spot for 1 point. This is as dramatic as it gets in Group A. Group B, we have Grandissimo Fravo winning with 267 points. Yubi, with his wonderful attack, manages to get second and passes with 155. Jakub is third, 139. Daniel Miko goes home with 107. Gacho goes to complain about someone else with 72. El Colmeano manages 50. And Goga, last but not least, with 27 points. Joe, you were saying?
Yeah, I mean, Bassa kind of sneaked off the front and then randomly out of nowhere, Ald kind of dropped the wheel. So I thought, well, fuck this. And I decided to attack and then bridge to Bassa. And then Alda kind of just never paced behind, which was strange. So
Joe,
the two of us were
Joe,
off the front.
do you know why Baso is out or not?
I don't know.
He sent me a screen where he said he was without water and he had the red bottle.
I mean, I don't really know the impact of a red bottle. Does it deplete your bars? I don't know. I thought that was just an aesthetic. I
Wait,
feel like I
doesn't the red
feel
bottle force you to go back to go get water at any time if it's still active?
I don't know because
I remember I tried that once and I don't remember 100%
It
how it goes.
changes.
I mean
Appeared to me,
he
bidon.
mentioned
Changes.
it a lot in the chat, so I presume it
Oh
probably
yeah, in the
depleted the
final
bar.
kilometers he can't go back anyway, so I don't know the effect of it.
I mean, it must have made him lose bars because otherwise he wouldn't be posting it.
Yeah. All right, we'll get to that. Joe, expectations for the final now that you're actually there.
I mean, I need to have a look at the parkour as I always say, but
Wait, did you
oh
qualify for
my
all three
eyes.
finals?
No,
Yeah, I think so.
Alder.
Well, not the time trials, but I mean, if fucking cares.
No, the three main is what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Alder.
All right, that's very good.
Alder as well as Fravo says. No,
Nice.
Alder's not in Classics Fravo.
No, wait.
Congratulations for no, and we'll check. Congratulations on that, Joe. Best of luck. One last question before you go, though. Are you surprised with how Basto had a meltdown today? I don't mean mentally. I mean in terms of results.
Well, I mean, I guess you could say in the chat as well, but I don't know. I think that first stage he lost 30 seconds, but it's not.
It's not
I
the
mean,
end there.
it's not the end of the world, is it? Especially
But
when you
do
start
you
losing
think that
time.
got to him? Because right after he did this monstrous attack, that maybe he didn't need to at that point yet.
Well, yeah, I mean, in the hilly stage, we were both away, and he kind of just dropped off my wheel, and he kind of said something like, "Why is everyone pacing me?" And I don't. I think he was quite flustered at the fact that people were pacing him down. You've got to understand when you're playing off that level, you just got to expect that people's instinct is to not let you get a gap because well, why would you
Exactly.
let one of the best players in the world, which he is, get a massive
All
gap?
right. Yeah, I guess we also saw a lot of the old man mentality at one point. A lot of things didn't go well to Boss, so I think he might have jumped the gun, thinking that it was time to go. But these things happen, so I'm sure he'll do better next time. I also wish him the best of luck, and to you as well, Joe. Thank you for being here.
Thanks.
I believe Frabo was already here. I mean, I know he
Oh,
was
no,
already here.
you have time. Let talk
Okay,
people.
Yubi, then because he arrived before Jakub Yubi.
Yeah.
That was a mighty attack, actually, man. Did you feel confident in it?
Actually, absolutely no, because of the wind. With the whole,
When did you think, oh, I might have this? Just in the final climb, or maybe before?
actually, like last 2 kilometers. As
Wow.
yeah, it was so. I wasn't full at the bottom of the last climb. I was like on 70% of yellow, and I thought they will catch me. They will catch me. Gatsu will catch me. So I paced to the slow the last climb, and then last 2 kilometers I thought I had enough, and then I realized I could do it, but not before actually.
All right. That was a mighty last stage from you. Really powerful attack, really long. We always like to see these kinds of attacks being awarded with good results. So big congratulations on that. Was well deserved. What do you think you can do in the final?
Ooh, Tour. I don't know. I don't think I'm one of the best climbers out here, so I will try to attack again.
And
Try
see
to
how it
sneak
goes.
attack. Like today might be work a second time, and then let's see what I can achieve. But I'm fine in classic and tour, and when I can sneak a medal in one of them, I would be very, very happy already.
All right, Hubie.
That's my goal for that.
That was a great race to see. The part we were able to follow, and we did follow that last stage, most of it, and that was really fun to see. Congratulations, and thank you so much for being here. Best of luck for the final.
Thanks.
Jacob, Jacob, are you here? Yes, you are.
Yeah, I'm here.
I didn't see, as I was telling you, but I didn't see the entire race. So could you tell us how it went for you?
Yeah, so I went 4GC from the start. On the first mountain stage, we won with Bravo with a gap because we have managed our domestiques better, and basically that set up GC because we were 1-2, and then we both survived the crosswind stage as well. So I was pretty focused on GC, and I was able to keep it until the final, the second place. I didn't manage to overtake Bravo, but played really well, and I'm happy with my second place in GC and the place
Uh,
in the final.
Congratulations, man. Do you think you have a shot at a medal in the final? Maybe even gold?
Well, I've already 4 finals, so I hope I can get a medal at least in one of them. I don't think I have a shot for gold in Tour. I think there are people who manage the green bar better than me in the community, definitely, and in this final as well. So I hope for a good race and that I don't make mistakes. I did, for example, in classic semi, which I shouldn't have passed. Probably I was lucky with
Which is
the
also
decider.
a complete different discipline, much more chaotic, so to speak.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
but you do like your odds in the tour, and you do hope to at least fight for a medal, right?
Yeah, I think if I play well and if I don't do any stupid moves at the start of the stage, which happens quite often in this CL for me, then I think it's possible for me to get a medal, but it depends how the race situation goes.
All right, Jakub, best of luck. Congratulations on yet another final. I hope you make it and that you make it big. Thank you for being here, man.
Thank you.
Il grandissimo Frabo, last but not least,
Hi.
that was a tactical masterclass from you in that last stage because I think everyone expected you to do something else, but you actually did what you needed, which was to keep your yellow jersey and not care about the rest.
Yeah, I still don't know when it's better protecting and when it's better doing the drain of two. But I don't
However,
have them.
even when you have those doubts, you still managed to do well in the rest. So, do you think it was easy passing, easy to control, at
No,
least in the last stage? No.
no, wasn't easy at all. Especially in flat stage. I don't know how I saved it myself, but I don't know.
Were you behind at some point in the flat
Yeah,
stage?
and Miko said me, I said to Miko, Velay or we are out. He answered me, I think you deserve to be out. I want Velay.
Oh, and
And
you relayed alone?
I fortunately got Velay, and one time in front there was a split, a little split, and that time I did the team attack. And fortunately, I had two other riders in front, and somehow I joined the lead at the group at 19 kilometers, and I immediately put on the wheel of another player, so I saved my AGC.
All right,
And,
Frabo, expectations for the final.
I want to win. I don't care for another result.
I did not expect anything else from
I
you.
think I don't think Joe will be the favorite. I think honestly, I expect something for Jakub is the player I think can win. The podium will be Jakub, me, and Joe.
All
This is
right,
my prediction.
got you with predictions, and I hope you managed to have a good final. Congratulations on getting there. Thank you so much for being here, Final.
Okay.
All right, we are about to close the stream. I want to thank everyone that was here for the interviews. I want to thank Swax and Grassy as well that joined at one point to help in the commentary. And I want to remind you, before we go, that this stream was sponsored by the Ban Miko movement. Ban Miko movement. Trying to ban Miko since 2020. We already managed to do it a couple of times. Donate, give us your fucking money. It all goes to the cause to ban Miko. I would also like to remind you that you want to keep updated, if you want to keep updated about Champions League and other IMA news, to join the IMA Discord. We have a political scandal going on. The impeachment of the moment will be solved in a couple of hours. Let's see how it ends. This was all from me. Thank you all that were watching. You already know we do all of this for you. I hope you all had fun. Tomorrow, do we have something tomorrow, Joe?
No.
Yeah, there's
So we return what? Wait,
PT2.
Emma is giving me an indication. Service info. TTT tomorrow, so no IMA stream. And at that, I'll be in the semifinals and nothing more. But it will be fun to be in competition on Road 1 last time. I hope to see you there. I'm sure there will be some streams. We will not be streaming, so we will be back Saturday? No, Sunday, right? Check the calendar real quickly, actually. Sunday for... Oh, for Classics Final, we have our first major final. And Tickets Classics. If not, I will stand corrected. But I'm going with that because that's the service info I'm getting. Classics Final, Sunday. Join us, be there, root for your favorites, tell us what to expect, do your predictions. Everything will be part of the always ongoing stream where we try to talk with you guys as much as we can. Again, last thank you to Emea because he was also here, albeit silent, always a vital part of this stream. For me, maybe I'll stream tomorrow, but for sure you will likely see me here. Well, not for sure, but likely to be seen here Sunday, calling the Classics Final. These were the champions. This was the Champions League. I'll see you Sunday. Have a great night.
This match was brought to you by Heineken and MasterCard, UEFA Champions League official sponsors.